That's such an emphatic point. Hey, ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk, the podcast that wants to apologize ahead of time to Mets fans. This is Mark along with John and our producer Pete. We're getting ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture. If you like what you hear or see, please like us or hit that subscribe button, or as someone on the show likes to say, tickle that little bell.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody likes it, Mark. Nobody.
Joining us tonight for the first time is our resident gym class hero, who, much like our friend Jeffem, is a masochist known as a Mets fan. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Chris Natoli. What's going on, Chris?
Good, guys. How you doing today?
How's it going, Coach?
Good.
Glad to have you on.
Good. Thank you. I was going to say thank you for having me on this evening and all, and I'm excited to sit there and talk sports with you guys.
We put Coach on your. We label everyone on the show, so we put down Coach because that's your name.
Yeah, I was like, should I put Christopher? And John's like,
oh my God, so we truly are turning into my
Coach
girl.
Down.
Yes, new girl, but yes, you're right.
Yes,
or new girl. I'm sorry, my girl was
You're getting old, bro.
I know.
I'm not Macaulay Culkin.
Funny enough, I was just watching New Girl too, and I just still mess it up. Anyway, let's catch up with everyone.
Okay, let me play the song that catches us up with everyone.
Life's been moving big and small. It's time to talk about our balls.
Yeah, we're not hearing them, Pete.
You didn't hear it?
Nope.
We didn't hear the intro either. Really
you didn't?
weird.
Oh,
No.
I know why.
John,
Okay.
how you been?
The stream got it. I was on the wrong thingy.
Good. I'm great. We did a fun thing. I said to some coworkers because I left work early that, I decided last year when the year of yes, but this year we're just gonna do fun shit now. So we went to see Matt Nathanson, the Bare Naked Ladies, and train at SPAC. It was awesome.
Amazing.
Until it wasn't a little bit. I learned, and Chris, I'm not originally from up here, so you tell me what's up, but I have learned that many drunk 20-somethings go to SPAC, and I think maybe every night. So we sat really close on the lawn, and then at some point in the evening, it turned into a frat party, and I realized I don't really like 20-year-olds, like, at all. Like, disgusting. Like, just drunk.
Well, you're an old man.
Drunk and obnoxious and like privileged, and their friendships all suck. Like, they all sucked. I was like, I hate all of you. You're all terrible. But the show is great. Apparently all these 20-somethings know all the words to all the 90s songs. Bare Naked Ladies was hilarious, even though they're getting old. It seems they can all play every instrument.
Yes, they can.
They all can play every instrument.
They're
They were just
stupidly talented at music stuff.
They were just showing off. They were like playing an upright bass and then the piano.
And they could sing
like,
5-part harmony if they want to.
I'm like, what's even going on? So we did that, and Jamie is at a sleepover tonight for Skylar's birthday. Happy birthday, Skylar, if you're listening. So Mel and I went out for dinner. We went to the Tipsy Moose, which I love, which Jamie doesn't really like so much. So if you're listening, no worries. I am excited for Spider-Man coming up. We're going to talk about it on the show, but I am having the absolute greatest gaming experience with Jamie right now playing Split Fiction, and we will save that for later. It's amazing, though. Everyone should play it, and I'm going to tell you that. And yeah, that's about it. What's going on with you, Mark? What has you so distracted, my friend?
I'm trying to put on baseball beside me right now.
You guys finally lost.
I was totally listening.
Yeah, but it was a historic
franchise
record, right? For the longest winning streak. That's crazy.
No, let's talk about how they lost.
15 games.
Of course, that's what you want to talk about.
Pete, you don't understand what state you live in. Let's talk about how they lost.
I can acknowledge.
Now they're in the
good record.
Now they're in the run.
Listen, it was a doubleheader yesterday, and most teams like to split a doubleheader. They don't necessarily like to win both games.
I mean, the Yankees didn't split their doubleheader.
They put out some kind of scrub. Well, they were facing what? The Pirates?
Shut up. And I mean, it was Garrett Cole and Max Fried, and Max Fried pitched 7 scoreless. But we're not going to talk about that either. Fried is back. The Yankees are back. Everything's going well. Aaron who?
Yeah, Aaron who? Huh. Aaron who? I'm sure that's what you're saying.
I can dream. Right, Chris? I can dream.
You could always dream.
Anyway, a little recap. So we all went to Saratoga last weekend, and we watched the Horsies run against each other.
About that. I saw Mark.
I know. Amazing. Yeah, we were all, but I did a terrible job of posting on social media. I have all of this footage on my phone, ready to post.
And
Well, I
on
need
your,
to edit it
on your
and all that.
glasses.
And yeah, I did some of my glasses
On
too.
your glasses.
Yep. And so we did the show, or at least I did the show from Pete's house, of which brought my whole setup. And apparently I decided to leave part of it at his house because, so some of you may notice my microphone is in a different position right now. I'm actually physically holding my microphone
That looks
because I
amazing,
left
Mark.
one of the adapter for my boom at Pete's house, which is a great
Pete doesn't know where it is,
place
though.
for it.
Just
I
like
And
can't
neither do
find
I,
it.
because I randomly put it somewhere in his studio.
Liam.
So I mean, I may just have to buy another one, which thankfully they're not all that expensive. I need to buy a mic stand anyway. I've been wanting to buy a mic stand, so maybe we just need to go do a quick
How about this
little
on-
shopping
how about
trip
this on
to.
Amazon?
Here you go. No, I want like an actual like one I can stand with, like a standing stand.
This
I know.
stands.
I know that's a technical term. Yes, but you
Yeah.
can't stand with it.
Yeah, you can. It stands.
Ooh, it does extend.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. Pete, how you been?
I'm writing something. But yes. No, I'm
All
good.
right, how
moving
you
on.
been?
I'm good. Yeah, moving on. No, I'm pretty good. We are finishing finally. We had a wrap with this project that I'm on at work, and it was kind of cool. I've been involved in this for
Not the dream project. Though.
no.
But the project from hell, right?
The dream project's fucking
Hell
awesome.
project.
I wouldn't say it's from hell. It's just it has its moments. But
It had hellish qualities.
I will say though,
Chris-
the VFX director and their crew were super thankful to us, and they all like took turns giving us like sappy speeches with like they're like, you guys are like family to us. I was like, oh, this is wow. I feel really proud actually. So it helped.
Chris,
It helped
Pete is
give it a
a,
nice.
So they gave you
close.
5 more projects?
He's a
No,
professional
we don't know what
video
the next
engineer
project will be.
for like movies and
That's
stuff.
true.
That's his job.
Yeah, I'm a visual effects supervisor. So
Awesome, dude.
yeah, so I do everything from like, well,
You should look him up on IMDb. He's got quite
mostly
the
I'm
IMDb page.
I'm typing furiously when reviewing shots and yelling at people to fix stuff. But when I'm actually working on stuff, it's anything from like, hey, make this person not blink to like replace the entire background with CG things and put a dragon there and have the building explode. You know,
Dragon.
Or a
that's my
meteor.
go-to.
You just did a meteor.
Shh. We can't talk about that.
All right. Let's not talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
All right. But anyway, so that's wrapping up. And then, oh man, what else? Found out Liam's
Talk
super
about-
super hooked on ice cream.
Talk
And,
about your son.
last week, we took him to the Saratoga racetrack. Saratoga! Yeah.
He
And
did very
loved
well at the track.
He
yeah.
was so
Was there
good.
for-
I think it was
there
his
for
kind of
forever.
environment because he got to kind of, it's very open. You can sit in your seat for a little bit for the race. You can then get up and mull around. He loves just not sitting still. So this was the perfect venue for that. I didn't expect
So
him to get
I,
addicted to the escalator, but that's another story.
So my friends Ray and Cindy, shout out to Ray and Cindy.
Yeah.
Were kind of the main hosts of this event. They got a bunch of people from Rhode Island together. I called up Pete and John, and they were gracious enough to show up. I gotta say, Pete, Ray later admitted to me he was very nervous about you and Liam, especially walking over the bleachers with him in your hands. He was afraid you were gonna drop Liam.
I said he used to juggle Liam. Essentially, he's fine.
Oh yeah, I used to carry him like a football.
I told Ray, it's like, that's just Pete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah.
Or
It's
try
all good. Liam and I practice all the time doing crazy stunts.
I did tell him.
so yeah, we had a great
I
time.
did tell him one of your favorite stories is you jumping off the roof of a house.
I did do that, yes. And I'm not. This is like a 20-something foot high roof, like into a Buffalo Lake effect snow storm.
I did not tell him that.
Oh yeah,
I just told him you jumped off a roof.
yeah. It was the real roof of the house. Somehow it ended up fine. But anyway, this next week, I guess it's really like a Sunday through Tuesday thing. We're going to go to Cape Cod for a little family trip, going to an Airbnb. I've never been.
That's not a thing.
And since we don't have time or really like any means to do a full like mega vacation like we used to do back in the day for now. While Liam's little, we're going to try to take these smaller, shorter like road trip things. So we're going to have a good time. We had friends that have frequented there all the time, so they've given us some suggestions. Nice. Yeah, we found Sea Dog has a brew pub there, so we're gonna check that out. They have they're family friendly, so they got a whole kids menu there. So we're gonna do that.
Depending on which way you go, you're gonna drive right by my house.
Possibly,
just so you know.
Yeah, we're right near the beach. I think it's Dennisport where we're going. So should be fun. If you're in the area, it'd be like, hey.
Well, I'm not near the Cape, but you're on the way to the Cape. You might drive by my house.
Okay. If I like yell,
Mark, what's the seafood? What's the seafood? The big seafood place you brought us to?
At the Cape?
Like in New England, the big seafood shack, but it's like
Iggy's.
Iggy's. Go to Iggy's, Pete.
Iggy's?
Oh, that's not near the Cape.
There's one in the Cape if it's a chain. No,
it's just a Rhode Island thing.
Oh, that sucks.
There's just two locations, one in Narragansett and one in Warwick.
You should go anyway. Anyway, that's awesome, Pete. I got to tell you, we did short trips for a long, long time.
Yeah, I think it's the way to go, and that'll help. I think get Liam used to the idea of these bigger vacation adventures. Yeah. So we do ramp it up and go to like Iceland again with him.
Did you know that
super excited.
A third person on vacation doesn't just make the price go up by a third? It's very expensive.
It's probably like multiples somehow.
It is multiples somehow. I never understood it, but it is.
Oh, it is. Because like lodging is more expensive because you're like, well,
kids
now
are
we gotta
hungry
find
and they want you got to do kids stuff with them and
I gotta get ice cream.
All that ice cream you're gonna have to eat.
By the way, Chris, we didn't tell you, but you can fucking swear on this show.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the fucking
ice cream. I love ice cream.
Fucking ice cream.
Anyway, I think we've talked enough. Why don't we get to know our guest a little bit better? That's right. It's time to warm up our balls.
Before the takes and curtain calls, we gotta warm up your balls.
There we go.
During this segment, Pete will spin the wheel that will randomly select a question for our guest to answer. Are you ready, Pete?
I would, but our names are all in the wrong spot. So hold on a second.
Pete, they're definitely not in the wrong spots. I'm watching the feed.
Watch it now. Okay, now they're back in the right spot. So you might have missed the 3 seconds they were in the wrong spot. Okay, I'm ready. So, Chris, what song are you?
Definitely not watching.
Thing.
We're not live.
What song are you belting out loud in the car? What's your go-to?
My go-to? All right, my go-to, I would say, is probably trying to think where I got a couple of them there.
Couple, nice.
Got a couple of songs I like to kind of jam out to in a way. So I would say probably like some country a little bit, with Florida Georgia Line.
Okay.
All
right. So a little bit country. Here. I also like Nelly a little bit, like some old throwbacks.
Oh, you must have loved the song that they collabed together then with the Cruise version that they.
I like that version of it.
Yeah.
And then with the Nelly song there, I believe the name of the song was "Just a Dream" by Nelly. There, that used to be one of our warm-up songs for basketball and stuff growing up.
Oh my god, I hate that song because of that. That and Number One. Those two Nelly songs I cannot stand because they were on the pregame mix for our basketball teams, and I'm just so sick of them.
But yeah, those are
when you were Mark. When you were playing or when you were coaching, or both.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. When I was managing both the men's and the women's basketball team.
That's what I'm.
Anything else?
And then I'm trying to think there with it. There's probably like a third one I would say. Sometimes I like to listen to Billy Joel a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I love Billy Joel. Yes.
I like listening to a little bit of like classical.
Oh, that's
music.
a great song to belt out.
Yeah. Here's a related question. What singer or like famous songwriter do you feel the most comfortable or most confident that you can just belt it out? Like if you were in a bar and you needed to lead the whole room.
What's your karaoke song, Chris?
Yeah, right. Well, what's your classic go-to?
I feel like I would have to say it's probably between two people. I'd say Billy Joel, but Piano Man, just because I'm a Mets fan, and they used to sing that all the time, 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
All right, so I'd say that, and then I would probably say, like I said, Florida Georgia Line, I feel like those are like the two I would say artists and stuff where I would sit there and I could probably sing the songs and I could lead it through the entire spot we're at. So
nice,
very nice.
Well, you guys have karaoke'd with me, so I pretty much like any tenor
90s
male, like
grunge.
any 90s tenor male. Like I probably sing
Radiohead,
Yeah.
Creep the Loudest,
Stone Temple Pilots.
Mm-hmm.
like
Live.
That's those. Live. There's
can
only
sing-
a couple live songs that I actually know all the words to.
Oh, yeah.
I know the words to like a lot of Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, a lot of Radiohead songs, a lot of Bush songs.
Yeah.
A lot of STP songs.
I was on a huge live kick in the mid 90s, so I know a bunch of their stuff. But,
Remember when we saw Kowalczyk before he stole all the music?
Yeah, I mean, that was still like, I saw
concert.
them actually at that show, and when it was still Northern Lights, I think, in 06 maybe. They were still live then, yeah. And then Steph and I saw him as just Ed Kowalczyk after he stole all the music when he did a free show in Albany on the Alive at 5.
So that went really well, stealing all the music. Then that's what you're trying to say.
It did until Live decided to cut an entire album without him, and then he was like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, I remember that they did that,
and it was pretty good. So he's like, "Oh, sorry, guys."
Sorry.
They got back together though, didn't they?
They did, I think.
Yeah, well, because they both realized they were less powerful without each other.
Yeah, they were all being stupid. So they probably mostly Ed just got, I don't know why he
got shit together. All right, next.
Anyway,
we're petering. Next question. We're petering.
Okay, what kind of food are you ordering at the bar?
Dude, we're hanging out at the bar a lot tonight.
I'm going to say between two things. I would go with probably like a bacon cheeseburger. If you want.
Oh, yeah.
Or if I'm feeling kind of like keeping it simple, I probably would go with chicken tenders and fries.
Oh,
just to try to keep it something basic and simple.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
It's all stuff I can't have anymore.
Sure you can.
No, I can't. I can't anymore.
I've been really watching myself, but we went to the Tipsy Moose tonight, and my favorite sandwich at the Tipsy Moose is their black and blue burger. So I definitely had it, and it was amazing.
That's a good one. Yeah,
it was.
You can't go wrong.
It was like a normal black and blue,
but
then it had balsamic glaze on it with like a nice big tomato and a nice big red onion. It was awesome.
Sounds good.
You know that bar, right, Chris? That's a good bar.
I'm trying to think. Tipsy Moose.
There's one in Rensselaer. There's one in Albany by us on New Scotland, and they're building another one, I think, in East Greenbush.
Okay. I wanted to say I thought maybe one of the locations might have been Clifton Park, but I'm probably thinking of the Rusty Nail.
Oh, yeah.
Rusty Nail.
That's what I'm thinking of, probably.
We used to frequent the Rusty Nail because of the birthday wings.
Well, yeah, it was Rusty Nail and Bentley's. They're the same owners.
And did they birth the spicy blue cheese or whatever wing for us? Was that them first?
Oh, the hot garlic parm?
Hot garlic parm, that's what it was.
I think it was. And then we took it and ran with it for our wing fest.
That wing sauce, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It fucking rocks.
Good shit. Yeah,
bar food, Pete Mark.
I can't have anymore.
I mean,
bar food.
It's hard to argue with a good burger. I would say another good one is a Reuben. If you have a good bar, that's like especially good.
Yes,
that's always a good.
My God,
John and I will judge the caliber of like a bar food quality by how good is your Reuben.
Druthers Reuben is awesome. They use red cabbage. I don't know why it makes it better, but it totally does.
Yeah, I just had one with like real corned beef, like not the sliced processed stuff, but like actual corned beef. It was incredible at I think it was Blueberry Hill.
Pete,
Cafe.
are you coming to the Yankee game at the end of the month?
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like we need to make a detour to Cats. I really do.
Gee, I totally forgot about that. I'll get back to you on that one.
It's on your calendar.
All right.
That'd be a good one. Yes, it should be on your calendar.
I just totally forgot about it. Okay. Yes.
It's okay.
Let me take a look. All right, guys. Next question.
Oh, we're going fast. Might have time for 4.
All right. Yeah, we can do that. Where are you going for, this is all food stuff. Where are you going for a fast food breakfast? A fast food?
All right. Fast food breakfast. I'm thinking old school with it here. I probably would say like a Denny's if you had any Denny's left around here.
Yeah.
Is that
Denny's
stuff
all
qualified
day.
as fast food? I feel like you had to sit down for that.
Yes, Denny's is fast.
We're counting it.
Okay.
Counting it. Denny's all day. That's the answer. Moon's over Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Moon's over
Breakfast-
Miami.
So I always thought of that
Chris,
as like
Chris,
3 a.m.
Chris, you,
like
you
way
backed
too
into this.
late
What's your
kind of
3
dinner
What's your 3 a.m.
breakfast
Denny's
thing.
order? You backed into it. We need to know now.
At 3 a.m., I feel like I got to go with pancakes, a couple eggs, and some bacon.
Really? Breakfast Dagwood for me because I love a breakfast sandwich.
Ooh, that was good. Meat lover skillet. I used to always do. I think it was.
Yeah.
That
I was
thing
going to say,
heavy.
up where I'm at, we have a couple spots. Like we have one spot, I want to say a couple days a week. It's open 24 hours a day.
Huh.
So you can get breakfast,
Oh, they
lunch, dinner, and you can get it
Makes
at
me
all
think of the
times of the day.
Colony location.
And you can also get, I think, steak, I want to say, for breakfast.
Wow. Go Denny's. I will say
What was the waitress that we got chummy with at the Denny's? What was her name? Melody?
Melody.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys then talked about her a bunch. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure I had been there when she was there. Didn't you guys always go there with Tep and
Denny's.
no, she would always serve
So
you guys?
many good memories of Denny's.
There was some lady that was this one woman that was like older that was our waitress when we'd go there like I don't know midnight or 2 a.m. in the singing group that I was in college, and this one guy ordered this breakfast like right straight to the point. It was like super specific. Do, and she goes, "Oh, I like it like that. It's better than 6." We're like, "Whoa." All right.
So we used to go to the Denny's on Wolf pretty much whenever we were really feeling drunk and like ready for the night to not be done.
Or we just up.
Or we're just up.
Yeah.
And
It was like an RPI.
so
thing,
we
I
went
guess.
there after
drinking.
pledge events and like house events, and there was one time we went
No
there,
earlier than like 2 a.m.
we knew this kid. His name was Brandon. Hey, Brandon. And one time we went with Brandon. He disappeared, and somebody comes out of the bathroom and says, "There's a white boy dead on the floor." And we were like, "Uh-oh, we better go collect Brandon." So we did. He wasn't dead.
Oh my god.
Not quite dead.
Not dead yet.
What do you guys think for like super quick? Like you got to run in an order. I gotta give a shout out to Stewart's breakfast sandwiches. They're not that bad.
I mean,
They're not great, but you can do
there's
worse.
a trend to kids asking the New York Knicks what their bodega order is, and that's what you're kind of talking about. But
Yeah, like the
a
quick
bodega
egg
is a
sandwich,
deli.
right?
A bodega is a deli in the city, Pete.
Yes, I do know that.
Run by people who are deli owners.
And other side businesses, which we will not speak of.
But anyway, you go and you get like a chopped cheese or like bacon, egg, and cheese. I mean, there's nothing like that up here, Pete. There's no quick breakfasts like fast food, like McDonald's breakfasts up here. I mean, there's McDonald's, but that's not what we're
I guess it's
talking
like Dunkin'
about.
Donuts, but that's not even as good as the Stewart's ones, I don't think.
I guess my fast food breakfast is on common grounds.
Okay, that's fancy fast food breakfast. I wouldn't even call that fast
least-
food. That's just fancy bagel breakfast.
But the bagels are ready and it's fast. So yes.
Yeah, that
Oh,
counts.
I know we're out of time. I heard the little jingle jangle, but one of my favorite fast food breakfasts was down in North Carolina. A nice good old chicken biscuit from Bojangles.
That sounds good.
Mr. Bojangles.
That's my all-time favorite one.
Do we have time for a rapid fire response?
Yet
for
another
Lenore?
food I
Or
can't
no,
have.
We're good.
No.
We're good.
You heard the bell.
Okay, I did. I didn't know if that was like the final for that question or for the whole thing. I do want to do a quick shout out. We teased this, I think, last episode, or maybe it was after we exited, but Steph had big news and I totally forgot to talk about it when I was saying what's new with me. Steph's last day of work at her job of 15 years is tomorrow. She is moving on to a new job. And,
Congratulations, Stephanie.
yes. I got to remember the name of the company. We'll have to have Steph on so she can talk all about it when she starts. But she's got a week off in between, which is good. And we wish her all the best. And it's going to be an exec assistant for like multiple big execs. So it's going to be a lot of work, but if anybody can handle it, it is her.
This is a place that's our friend Stephanie works.
Yes.
Her other friend Stephanie.
And her other
Stephanie.
former, and another person that she used to work with years ago.
The
Lindsay.
Stephanie is combined.
Yep, the Stephanie's combined again, and Lindsay and her friend Lindsay.
Super Stephanies.
So
You know,
I'm excited for her.
When she told me about the job, she said, "Oh, I'm working with Stephanie Ide." I was like, "Who?"
Oh, yeah.
Because I forgot that. Because I'm so used to calling her Galentine. It's
Yes.
like,
Formerly
do
known
I
as
know
Stephanie
Stephanie
Galentine.
Ide?
Yes.
This is probably news for Chris. Double super special news. Melanie also got a job, and she'll be starting in the middle of August.
Where's Melanie gonna go work?
She's going back to mental health as she realizes that's the place for her. So she's going to be working for St.
That is a truth fact.
Oh, I gotta tell you a story about something like in regards to that topic.
Ooh, do tell.
So before I got a job working there at the school there at Monte Cristi, I used to work down at like a troubled youth place. So I think it was called the LaSalle Christian Brothers, I want to say school or academy. It's right across the street from where St. Rose used to be.
LaSalle School, not LaSalle Institute. But
yes, LaSalle School, sorry. So I worked over there in residential. So the one time there was this kid that we got like a new kid that came in. So this kid comes into like our residential hall, and he's sitting there and he comes in and he starts doing like these like weird jumps and stuff, like where like his head's almost gonna hit the ceiling and doing like judo kicks.
Huh.
And I'm sitting there like, what is going on with this kid?
Judo.
So the next thing you know, after a while, like he, struggled with acclimating to like, the new life and whatnot after like, doing what he did, which I don't think we ever like found out what he did.
And we're not going to talk about it because this is live.
Yes. No, I know that.
Yeah.
But,
Damn.
Eventually there, I sat there and, something happened. And then he basically had to, what's it called? He had to go down to, I'm trying to think of what the name of the place was, the psychiatric center. And so I had to go with him. And so I sat there. I'm like, it was like a eye-changing experience being kind of like, say, like, a regular, say average Joe human being in that spot. And just,
Yeah, I mean,
damn.
Life's, people struggle. And people need a guidepost when they struggle. So that's, that's the kind of thing Melanie did before. And she's going to go back to it.
And I'm going to say, I know she told me before she has like the background in that stuff. So I'm glad she's, using like, her degree and stuff to get into the field again. So
she's going to be my sugar mama.
So proud of you, Melanie. We see that you're listening too, because we saw that you left a comment in the chat.
Oh, she did.
Oh, nice.
All right. We would like, I'm sorry. We are going to hand things off to Pete.
We are. If I can find the button.
Pete knows what a bodega is.
I do, yes. If there's one thing to take out of this episode, it's that and Mighty Morphin Power Rankings! All right, let's check out these MLB Power Rankings where one hot week gets you into the big league balls tier and one cold week gets you into selling big league shoe in a back alley. First up, the big league ball. Yeah, I made that one up. First up, the big league balls. We got a new king. The Brewers jumped 2 spots to number 1, taking over the top spot another dominant week. The Dodgers slide from number 1 to number 2, but let's be honest, they're still one of the scariest teams in baseball. The Braves and Rays swap places at 3 and 4, and the Cubs climb from 6 into the big league balls tier at number 5. Number Johnny 5. Are they back or prepping their fans for more heartache? Next, warning track balls. Beedoo, beedoo, beedoo. The Yankees fall out of the top 5 to number 6 after still no timetable for Aaron Judge's return and because Mark did these power rankings this week. The Phillies stay at number 7, while the White Sox climb 1 spot to number 8. The Guardians jump from 11 to 9 after winning 7 of 10. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of numbers. And the Pirates round out the top 10. Next, ground balls. The Red Sox are one of the biggest movers, jumping 5 spots from 16 to 11 after riding a historic franchise-long winning streak in their long history, but it just went to an end. Meanwhile, they're chasing playoffs now. Meanwhile, the Marlins tumble from 8 all the way to 15. Oof, that's not a slump. That's falling down the stairs, as we call it in the big industry. I'm not sure if that's really a thing, but the Cardinals and Rangers hold on in the middle while Arizona continues hanging around.
You're so smooth.
I'm trying. Next, foul balls. The Padres just keep on sliding down the rankings, and now Mason Miller might become trade bait? Oh. The Orioles climb out of the bottom dwellers, while the Mariners, Nationals, and Blue Jays stay stuck in this tier trying to figure things out. And finally, pour one out for the dead balls. Not much changes down here with the Blue Jays, Tigers, Reds, Mets, A's, Giants, Royals, Angels, and Rockies still all looking up at everyone else. They know the season's still going, right? And so that's it, guys. Tell us who's high, who's too low, and who's too slow. Which team is about to make next week's rankings look completely ridiculous? Baseball emoji. Fire emoji. Go. Talk.
Are we only giving you 5 minutes because you have your super secret thing?
Yes, so quick thoughts.
Go ahead, John. Tell me how wrong I am about the Yankees.
You're so fucking wrong. I mean, you're not wrong about them being. I mean, you're not. I don't necessarily think you're wrong with them being in 6, though. The combination of choose your own adventure bullpen that the Yankees are currently doing isn't going so bad. The June swoon.
Lately, it's been working.
The June swoon is mostly over.
Wait, I don't have.
Well, it's good because this is July.
Well, I know. It took a long fucking time.
I have the wrong.
It was very bad.
Hold on a second, guys. I have the wrong list up. There we go. That was last week's list for all you people watching on YouTube. No,
So I think that unfortunately, I don't know if we get Aaron Judge back at all. And the thing that's happening that I'm appreciating is Ben Rice is filling those shoes pretty well. I think that the pitching the pitching is solid. Fried is back. Fried looked great, which makes me feel much better about my life. So
Garrett Cole died apparently, right?
Yeah, but maybe he's not fully dead. He's just very old. I don't know.
Just need some spider tech.
I think what needs to happen is the Yankees need to be buyers because this is probably one of the last years. It's running out of time. So things like Mason Miller, even though they will take a lot of the prospects, and Yankees have a number of top 100 prospects.
I want the Mets to actually take Mason Miller just in spite of the Yankees.
No, I've been telling
give away
Jeff
half their lineup.
Listen, I've been telling Jeff this all week. My wish list is Mason Miller, but also maybe Lindor. Nothing's going right over there. He doesn't even have to move, and he can play shortstop and maybe be in the playoffs again. I think it would work out well for everybody. Jeff's trying to pawn all his crap off on me. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that, Jeffem.
Well, let's talk to our the current resident Mets expert on the show, Chris. What do you want to see the Mets do?
Sell it all.
Well, to be honest with you right now, I mean, I was looking at a couple different things. So, some of our topics and stuff, I was sitting there seeing it, I saw a couple names there, Mets players there that they were talking about possibly being traded to one of those teams there that should be, buyer. I think the Mets, for example, should keep Freddie Peralta, sign him to an extension.
Really?
I think they should.
Okay.
I was going to say, because I think he literally could do a lot for the team. I think we're missing a couple pieces and whatnot, and we're a couple pieces away from being like a contender.
Are we done with the Bo Bichette experiment? And you're not a contender. Something's wrong, essentially.
I think we could be a contender. I think if Bo's smart, Bo stays, I want to say, and doesn't opt out, because I think he has an opt-out this year.
He does?
And basically what we need is, I think he has an opt-out, I think. I think it's like some kind of weird contract where he can opt out. So I would say if they were smart with it, Bo stays, all right? And basically, Mets time Peralta, and then obviously they keep guys like Ewing, Benj, all these young guys and whatnot, and, I think they could be a contender. They just need pitching, especially starting pitching, like at least 2 or 3 of them, which I don't know who's going to be a free agent this, winter.
How long is it going to take to make Juan Soto the permanent DH, as he's so bad at the outfield?
Oh my God, he so needs a DH.
Well, this is my opinion with it. Had they not, say if we rewind this a couple years ago, and let's say if we still had Pete Crow Armstrong, all right, and we didn't trade him away to Chicago, and now Pete Crow Armstrong's looking like an animal out there in Chicago.
An absolute beast.
MVP candidate.
If he was definitely there, I would say, you could put Pete Crow probably like in left, keep Ewing in center, and then you could put Benj in right, and then Soto eventually could be like a DH.
I mean, he should be. He is a very good hitter. He is very
Why
bad
isn't he a
outfield.
DH?
Very bad.
Well, Soto, I want to say... Oops, sorry, not to interrupt you with it.
No, you interrupt me all these while.
So Soto, I would say with it, basically the reason why he's not a DH right now is because of his age. I believe he's only 29, maybe going to be 30. I could be wrong. So I want to say he's young enough to where he can still play every day. It's
But he
kind of like, for
sucks.
example, with Giancarlo Stanton with the Yankees. I think he played, I want to say, in the outfield.
Giancarlo's like 100.
I know, but I remember
And he can't
growing
play
up
in the
watching
cold.
Giancarlo. But I remember growing up watching Giancarlo Stanton, though. I think he was an outfielder every day, I think, up until maybe, I want to say, 31, 32 years old. And then I think that's when the injury started adding up. And then I think eventually then he had to go to DH. So,
And also, he can't play in the cold.
and that too.
Does he just freeze up or something?
No, I mean, he's
Bad
from
stats.
Miami.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
he sucks in the cold. Can't play outfield. I think that the Mets need a lot of very permanent changes. It's a badly. We're going to talk about it, so we're not going into it too much. It's a badly formed lineup.
Well, we're not talking about people selling, so we can talk about this as much as we can. Want?
No, we're talking about how the Mets are
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. That's your topic.
a cautionary tale. But we will get to that. I think that we're going to get into the actual facts because we're out of time in this section of Pete's section. The Brewers are the best team. The Dodgers are the second best team. I think the Cubs are a little high. I think the Yankees are probably just
Cubs
right.
are high. You should see their record.
I think that the Sox are a little high. You're a
They
little
won
excited.
15 games in a row.
You're a little excited. You're a little excited about the win.
I am
streak,
not
which you
excited.
should-
No, I am
should
not
be.
excited.
But,
I don't think the Red Sox are making the playoffs, but they
don't
might
either.
because their pitching has been
just
good.
because the American League is atrocious.
And the American League is atrocious.
I mean, a losing team is going to make the playoffs from the Central.
Keep in mind though, so the top 14 teams make the playoffs. So having them 11th, I think, is okay because while they're the last wild card team in the AL, they're also the hottest team in the AL. So some people think they should be top 10. I was like, no, they're not top 10.
I don't disagree. They make me nervous. Pete, baseball, just like many sports, is a momentum sport, and the hottest team typically wins in the end. So
They had clutch hitting during that streak, and it wasn't just one person, it was everyone. So they were overachieving during this 15-game win streak, and it's not that they were just beating scrubs too. I mean, they swept the Yankees, they swept the Rays, arguably the two best teams in
we're not
the
going
AL,
to talk.
they
We're not going
swept
to talk about the Yankees in June. You shut up. We're not talking about the Yankees in June. It doesn't count. And I mean, Wilson Contreras, I just hope he ruined his swing in the home run derby. That is all. Let's move on.
All right.
All right,
A good time. The music is just rolling over. So, guys, first of all, before we do this one game, which we'll go through fairly quickly, but I got to give if you're looking on the screen, you're looking at what's left of Highmark Stadium or the Ralph. One side is completely gone. Wait. Yeah. All right. Gonna miss that place. Okay. So, while we have the wreckage of the stadium as the background here for our thing, we're gonna play a game that I'm completely stealing from a local Buffalo radio station. Shout out to WGR in Buffalo and Chopin Bulldog Show. They do this thing called Reverse AFC Power Rankings. So I figured this week we can take our stab at it because I disagreed with a lot of the teams that they said. We're going to start at 16, and we're just ranking the AFC and going backwards up to number 1. So we have to more or less agree on this. So maybe, I don't know, if we have a tiebreaker, I guess it'll be me. So next week we're going to do the NFC, but we're going to start with the AFC here. So get out a roster. We're going to start at 16. Who is the worst?
Browns. It's the Browns.
No,
It's definitely the
Dolphins.
Browns.
Worse than the Dolphins?
No,
Dolphins.
Dude, Dolphins are terrible, and they're trying to be bad.
Can they both be in last?
I don't think the Browns are really all that bad. They've drafted pretty well the past 2 years.
They have. They got all
They
the
just
draft
don't have a
picks.
quarterback.
They got all the wide receivers I wanted to get in this year's draft. They got them all.
Yeah, they just don't have a quarterback.
They're the Cleveland Browns, and if you don't know that joke, look it up.
All right, so you're picking Browns. We got 2 for the Dolphins. What do you think, Coach?
I'm going to say, honestly, the Browns, for 16.
Oh, so we're tied.
There we go. I want them
All right, how
both
do we
to be
break the
last.
tie?
Miami sucks.
I think they both need to be last.
All right,
They
fine.
both need to be last.
Tied for. All right, we're gonna tied for 15th and 16th. Dolphins.
Oh, the fucking Jets are also fucking terrible. They're all
They
tied for
but they
last.
have more talent on their roster than some of these other ones. They just don't have a. And they have Geno Smith now, who could be decent.
He's like 100. Pete, he's back on the Jets. Fucking terrible.
I love how he's
I
come.
know,
His
he-
career's come full circle.
I know. All right, so we still have who else sucks down here? The
Jets.
Okay, who's worse, the Raiders or the Jets?
The Jets.
The Jets.
Jets. You think so?
Fucking
Yes.
Jets are horrible. They're the
right.
Jets.
I think Tennessee Titans or Raiders here. I think it's between these two for the number 13 slot.
Titans. I will expect the Raiders to be good until they're bad.
Well, I expect the Raiders to have a worse record because of the division that they're in.
Though,
But this is power
many
rankings. It's not record rankings.
Many lists are saying Cam Ward is going to be a big surprise this year. He's going to have a better sophomore season.
Dayball's probably going to work some magic.
Dable is a good coach. And he's
He's
the
a quarterback
OC.
whisperer.
He's the OC again. I don't know, guys. I just people are up on Cam Ward. I don't see it. Like when I see him throw, I don't see the velocity. I don't see the strength. I don't see,
He's also a
standing
tiny
amidst
little
the
man.
masses, throwing off defenders to make the play extension.
What do you think,
I
Chris?
just-
Raiders or
I
Titans?
would go with the Raiders.
Raiders in 13.
That's worse.
Yes, is the worst. I think
Alright.
the Titans definitely are a lot better than the Raiders.
Yeah,
But
you convinced me. I
They
feel
have
like,
the widest quarterback room in football.
and is it Kirk Cousins they're trying to bring him out there again? I think he's shot.
I mean, Kirk isn't going to.
He's
Kirk
going
will
to
start
probably
at
be the starter week 1.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They're trying to sell him as the starter. I could see that falling apart real
He's
fast.
the bridge
it's-
quarterback.
He's the bridge quarterback.
Poor
That's
Ashton
his job.
Genty, man. He's so talented. He's stuck over there.
Yeah, but they helped their offensive line a little bit. They got Linderbaum. I think that's going to be huge.
Okay.
I think he's probably not going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage so much like he did last season.
Yeah.
And then don't they have the tight end there for Georgia there, Brock Bowers?
They do have Brock Bowers, yeah.
Bowers.
I know they have talent.
yeah, he's
They have
their
skill
number one
position
wide receiver,
talent,
though.
But they just don't have.
Pete,
I feel like keep you the coaching.
FYI, buddy, we just have to go a little faster.
Sure. Number 11. I'm
Number
putting this-
11, I
I'm putting this-
probably would say the Titans, honestly. That's where I probably
Well,
would put
I have the Titans at 12 because I feel like we were kind of between them for 12 and 13. So Titans are already at 12.
Okay, so then would that leave the Vegas then still up, or is Vegas also up that
Raiders
list?
were 13th on this list now, based on what we were saying.
Okay.
I mean, the Jags.
Don't forget the
Colts,
Jags.
No, I think the Jags gonna be all right.
The Colts
The
probably.
Colts.
Yeah,
I
the
think
Colts
that's a
are
good
kind of
answer, the
rudderless
Colts.
there.
The Danny Dimes experiment has to be over.
Yeah,
That
I
is-
think the Colts are
there's-
a little rudderless.
There is no way that happens 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
I
I got a
I'm running
good
out of
idea for
teams.
number 10. What do you guys think about the Steelers?
yes, the Steelers.
I would agree with that.
I definitely agree with that.
Tomlin's gone. The stability is in flux for the first time in a long time in that organization, and they just don't. They're aging out. They just don't have the talent. You could have convinced me to put the Steelers 11th or 12th, honestly. Who's left here?
I don't know. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, while he's a garbage human, he's still got a pretty good arm.
Yeah.
And I think he'll as long as he stays
Oh,
alive.
he is playing there one more time.
Yeah, I
mean-
think the Steelers are going to be better than
Okay.
probably anticipated.
This middle section is the Chargers, Texans, and Jags, right?
No,
I think the Jags are
Chargers are going to be like up
People
there.
are saying the Texans could win the AFC this year.
I
I'm
mean,
going to put.
no.
I guess the Ravens, because we don't know how good the Ravens are going to be.
I would say Chargers, just because I feel like they always they're just kind of meh
I don't
all
agree
the
with that
time.
at all.
Marion Hampton is ranking pretty high on early fantasy.
But they always just kind of I don't know.
What are we on? We're on 10 or 9.
9. What do you think, Chris?
I'd probably say the Panthers.
Wrong conference.
I mean, it's the AFC's got a lot of good. I'm sorry, the Jaguars. I meant the Jaguars. I'm looking at the old power rankings, and I saw Jaguars, but for whatever reason, I said Panthers. The AFC, like I mean, it's got a lot of stacked teams in it.
I could see the Jags here. Take a guess at where Chopin Bulldog
Oh,
had
what
the
about
Jaguar.
the Chiefs?
Oh, Mahomes is going to be back. Eric Bieniemy. I'm sure they'll just Travis Kelce somehow
half of
going
Mahomes.
to get 1,000 yards again because they
Travis
just
Kelce's
Plus,
1,000.
Plus, they lost their 2 starting cornerbacks, and I get that that's what the Chiefs do. Like, they don't re-sign their cornerbacks, but I don't really see, according to that depth chart,
Actually,
I don't
yeah,
really
you know
see
what?
someone stepping up.
The Jags do have way more talent than the Chiefs do. And if Mahomes is hobbling on one knee for most of the season,
I can't put the Jags in front of the Chiefs until
Why
while
not?
Mahomes-
the Jags beat
While Mahomes
the Jags
is
won
John.
12 games last
yeah,
year.
the Jags won
But
12
Mahomes is
games.
Mahomes.
They just barely lost to the Bills, and they beat the Chiefs head to head last year when the Chiefs were still in it.
still the Chiefs.
Would you guys be in
I'm not-
agreement thinking
The Chiefs
oops,
won
sorry.
6 games last year with
I would say
Mahomes.
Chiefs 9, Jags 8.
It's fine.
All right. What were you going
Because
to
we
say,
need to be
Chris?
done.
I was gonna say I think I would go Jags 9, Chiefs 8.
Oh man, we ran out of power ranking music. That's how long this is going on. I'm sorry, guys. Show's over. We'll see you guys later.
Before the Texans.
Oh, Pete.
We're just gonna play all the songs.
all the songs, Peter.
All right. Yeah, we're playing all the songs that we broke the machine. All right. Jaguars
Can we
at
just,
8.
Can we just do?
7.
Can we just do the top because it's much easier?
This is why this is fun. It makes you think differently.
Play the game, John. Play the game.
7.
Yeah, 8
I'm gonna go
minutes.
Texans.
I'm going to go Ravens here. Again,
Yeah, I like Ray.
they were
I
losing.
don't
I
disagree
like
with
the
that.
Ravens.
They were like
I don't
6 and
disagree
7
with
with
that.
Lamar as their starter last year.
And I do think that this is going to be Lamar's last season in the Ravens.
And Henry's
I'm
getting
going to
1
die
year
on that
older.
hill.
He
gonna
tuckered
die
out
on that
last
hill.
year. He was great at the start, and then he ran out of gas. Although he was second in the rushing title, I will say that. But it was mostly built on the first half of the season.
Ran out of gas.
6.
The Ravens were fucking terrible.
We got to put the Chargers here. I think. I don't see their ceiling any
Wait,
higher
did we
than
put the
this.
Texans on the list yet?
No, they're fucking good.
I think the Texans are worse than the Chargers.
really.
Is the guy who like his?
They were rated
like,
as the number 2 ranked in ESPN for all under 25 players. Like their future
Did,
is bright.
Did they put what's his
Okay,
face's leg
great.
back on?
They don't need him. They got like 3 other guys that are probably better than him.
So
Guys,
the
what about this
Chargers,
though?
What?
the Chargers
Mark.
have Mike McDaniel as their OC now, and Omari Hampton I think is going to have a breakout season.
Yeah, that's true.
He's very good. Pete, you
Yeah.
need him to be good.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't have him. I wanted him. I didn't get him.
Which
Chargers
running back
gonna be
did you
I
get?
got, I got the Patriots guy.
The Patriots guy.
Well, guys, what do you think about this though? What
Yeah,
about
for
the Cincinnati Bengals at number 6?
I
Higher,
want to go
I
higher.
think they're higher.
higher until
Want to go higher?
I think
They're
so.
good.
Higher.
They're
getting,
another team that's good until it's bad.
Yeah, they're getting their
mean,
defense
'cause
together. Burrow's talking about winning the Super Bowl. I mean, it's
On
I
paper,
feel like they're
they're
ready to go this
on
year.
paper they're incredible. I mean, that
Yeah.
didn't. It
I mean, I
doesn't work
agree.
out every. It doesn't work out every season because
Yeah.
their defense is so fucking
If their
atrocious.
defense is just
but-
average, they're going to be one of the top teams.
Right.
I'll say this.
That
I
was
actually
my thought,
think.
Chris, for that. Is
What are we
like
up to? 6 right now?
We're on. Yeah, we're trying to get 6. We're between.
I think all the remaining 6 teams can be interchangeable. Like I don't really
I
think
know.
there's one
Yeah.
superpower, and they're all really close.
I agree.
Because they all have flaws.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
And I think I wouldn't say they're gaping flaws, but they're big
Okay.
flaws.
You know what? I'll put Texans here at 6 because CJ Stroud has got to prove it again. I think he's had
And
2
they're not-
he's had 2 down years. He's got to get back to his rookie year magic. And
Side note: they're
we'll
either 6 or 5 because
Yeah.
they're not better than the Bills, the Patriots, the Bengals, or the Broncos.
Yeah. Who's 5 now? We're running. We're running.
Who is
low.
the team left that is? Who's the team left who isn't the top 4 teams? Because they're 5.
Chargers.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Chargers. If that's
Because those are, I mean, those are what Mark said, the interchangeable top 4 teams. The Patriots, the Bills, the Broncos, and the Bengals.
Okay.
And I think the Bengals are 4. I think the Bengals are 4 in that.
Oh, I think the
because-
Patriots are 4.
No, shut the fuck up.
I think
AJ
The Patriots
Brown.
are 4.
Pre AJ Brown.
AJ
Yes.
Brown.
AJ Brown.
I'm
Shut your
putting-
mouth.
I agree with Bengals. What do you think, Chris? Bengals or
I'd
Patriots?
say
at
the
4?
Patriots. I'm thinking Patriots at 4. I feel like this will be the year
Yes.
the Bills will get ahead
Chris, I
of
knew
them.
I liked you.
Tied? All right.
No.
I'm going to put the Patriots down
not
here because I
4.
want them to sink. I'm going to say
Patriots
Bengals at
at-
3.
So who do we have
Patriots
left? We have
at-
Bills,
Patriots at
Broncos.
1.
I'm going to say Bengals 3, Bills 2, Broncos 1.
And
Anybody have
Bengals?
any disagreements?
Patriots 1, Bills 2, Broncos 3.
Patriots 1. Okay.
So
I think
if that
Patriots
wait,
are
John,
going
if
to be
that's how
fucking
you
incredible.
feel, wait, if that's how you feel, does that mean you think the Patriots are going to win the division again?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
They have the best defense. They have a top 5 quarterback. They have a top
Best
wide
defense in the
receiver.
division?
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
they
going
do.
to be incredible. They're going to win 14 fucking games.
They're not going to win.
You're gonna have a
14.
John.
You're gonna have a really nice year.
John, they had the easiest schedule in NFL history pretty much last year. And
All right,
every
I'm sick of
playoff
hearing
game that
that
they won,
argument.
they got
They're not-
fucking
Pete,
lucky.
Pete, that card is a bad card. They're
Just
incredible.
saying.
They're a good ass team.
I could
They're
still see them
going to
winning
be-
11 games this year, which
gonna
is
be
why I put them in the
really
top
hard
3
for you to
spots.
beat. And to be honest, I think they're a better team than the Bills on paper.
All right. Based on what everybody's saying here, I think we got to move a Patriots to 3, Bengals at 4.
Bengals are 4. Bengals aren't better than the rest of them.
I think they are.
Bills
And then
2.
you guys said Bills and Broncos at 2 and 1.
Yeah, I think Broncos, honestly. I feel like their team is ridiculous. They have the best defense in the AFC.
I'm not a fan of Bo Nix. I'm really
Well,
not a fan
Texans
of Bo
have the best
Nix.
defense in the AFC, but I know. But they also have Waddle now as well on that receiver core. They're
Ooh.
stacked.
Waddle. I didn't know that, I think.
They are loaded
they
in
have
every single
they
skill
traded for
position.
him.
Yep.
Ooh,
They are
They
stacked.
traded the first round draft pick for him.
That's gross. Nobody likes that. I'm glad I'm not in the AFC. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I'd agree with you guys with that. I think the Bills number 2.
Okay.
I want to say I think they lost a couple pieces and whatnot, players-wise, on their defense and their offense.
Well, all
they
the
didn't bring
players
back.
here, check this out, Chris. All the players they lost on defense that are free agents are still free agents. Not a single team has picked them up.
Wah wah.
That shows you how good they were.
Should have went stronger on wide receiver. More is good.
Moore's
He's not
good.
Not any defense.
Moore is better than anything they've had since Diggs.
I get sick of hearing that people think that the Buffalo offense was flawed. Their defense was flawed.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, but
They still averaged almost 30 points a game.
that's Josh Allen. Their offense is.
I understand that.
Their
but
offense
you
is
know
Josh
what?
Allen.
You're absolutely right about that. But when you score that much, you should win most of your games, which they did.
They did.
Just not more than the
Hey
Patriots.
guys,
Well-
hey guys, we need to be
Yeah,
done.
But they
Yeah, we're
lost
done.
because of their defense.
Okay, here's
We
the
need to be
list.
done. Nobody
Focus
can be done,
camera.
Pete. Great job.
That's what a great graphic.
It's scrolling. All right, we're done.
We would like to thank one of this week's vague sponsors, Excuse Elite. Yes, this may sound familiar from last week. Missed your rec league layup, struck out in slow pitch softball. Excuse Elite generates medically impossible injuries your friends can't verify. Excuse Elite. It wasn't your fault. It was your lower left upper hamstring.
Wait, what?
All right, everyone, shall we kick off this shindig?
Yes.
yeah.
So I don't have a theme for my next topic song, so unfortunately, I'm going to just borrow a bunch from the archive.
All right. I got one, so let me know when I can do it, but go for it.
Shit. This is harder
This
than I
is
thought.
ju-
I have so many of these.
Mark, this is great radio. I just really like it a
Isn't
lot.
it?
It's so good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody on the pod. Here's the first epic live.
Nice.
The August 3rd deadline is closing in fast, and the Rays, sitting with the AL's best record, are reportedly chasing Tigers ace Tarek Skubal in a blockbuster swing. The Yankees are circling closer Mason Miller to fortify their bullpen, and the Braves are being called the most active team amongst contenders, potentially. Meanwhile, sellers like the Mets and A's are flooding the market with talent, as John would really hope that they all just go to the Yankees, or at least some of them. So everyone, which team should be the most aggressive buyers before the deadline hits?
Yankees. Needs to be the Yankees. Make it the Yankees. The problem, the
You just
fucking
want that one
problem.
last
Will
round
they
of the
though?
can.
The fucking problem.
These are not the Yankees you grew up with.
The fucking problem is that Brian Cashman isn't a buyer. He does not like doing that, and he never has. He's gone years where he hasn't done shit. I don't know. We have a lot of holes, a lot of big, gaping, glaring, Aaron Judge-sized holes in our lineup, and we need someone. We're going to talk about it in the next question, but we need Anthony
So you think you
Volpe
need
not
another
to
bat?
We need Anthony Volpe not to be the everyday guy. We need like an almost guaranteed out in the middle of the lineup. Fuck that. I think, however, if we just assume that the stacked starting rotation comes back and is healthy, the only real glaring problem is the bullpen. So I think Mason Miller is a must-have.
Sucks.
I think Mason Miller is a must-have. I think he is. Turn Bednar into the setup guy.
What happened to Bednar?
I don't know. He's not Mason Miller. That's for fucking sure.
You were loving him this time last year.
The Yankees were better this time last year. Yankees had Aaron Judge chasing the home run contest or the home run title again. I mean, it is very precarious right now to be a Yankee fan, and I don't like it. Like it. Other teams that need to probably buy, I think, honestly, probably the Red Sox should switch their strategy and probably think about something
There's
aggressive.
no way. I don't see them doing that. I mean, I personally think that they need two bats in order to truly be a contender. And they need a righty and they need a lefty. I don't really know where they would play. I mean, the defense hasn't been the greatest, but it hasn't been the worst either. They won these 15 games primarily because they're pitching. Their bullpen had an ERA below 2 in this 15-game winning streak. The starters had the ERA, I think it was like 2.5 or I mean, Garrett Crochet just under 3.
Is a total beast. Total beast.
Yeah. And Garrett Crochet has been hurt. So they've been doing all this without their best pitcher and their best batter, Roman Anthony.
Wow. Wilson Contreras is a beast too.
Roman Anthony is still their best hitter by far.
Yeah.
And Contreras came out of nowhere because he is having a career year that he's never been close to like 30 home runs. And I believe he's at 22 right now. I think his
Jeff, and when you listen, I want you to think about whether or not Contreras is on steroids.
I think he's just a fiery Latin player.
On steroids.
Okay.
Come on.
Guys, what do you think about with the Guardians, though? Would you say the Guardians, you think, would be, I want to say, big buyer?
Fucking hate those guys.
I don't get how the Guardians win games.
I don't either. I don't understand it.
I thought it was because of Terry Francona. Though? And then Francona's no longer on the team, and then they still keep winning with all these no-name players. They're like they're an even better version of the Rays in a lot of respects.
Well, guys, this is like what I was going to say with it too with the Guardians. It kind of reminds me, as I was saying earlier about the movie Moneyball, where the A's in 2000 sitting there, getting guys that, that some teams overlook, and they're just these guys that can do what they need them to do. Whether it's doing all the walks, getting
on base percentage really isn't the strategy anymore.
But I would say it is though, because you got to think of it. In order to win games, unless if you have a stellar defense and you can win a game 1-0, you got to be able to score runs. So you got to somehow get on base. Whether that's 1 or 2 or however many guys you got to get on base, whether it's a walk or a hit, you got to score runs.
I think
I can't name one single Guardian player.
I think the best teams, and also, by the way, the reason that the Yankees were fucking atrocious in June and a good portion of July, are teams that are really good at defense and stop runs. Because, they're all professionals, right? They're all going to hit. They're just gonna. And the things that the defenses can do to make that happen, the game fucking last night against the Pirates, I love Jazz, but Jazz is a fucking showboat, and he doesn't pay attention. And he thought about the ball in his glove for 30 seconds and then threw it. And the dude was, the Yankees got the call, but the dude was fucking safe. He was safe. So they do that all the time. They're just bobbling balls and throwing balls away and just not paying attention, right? Aaron Judge in the World Series just not paying attention. It pisses me off because they're all pros. They should get basic common shit. Should just be a gimme. Anyway, I'm just fired up.
Love
And we're
it.
at time.
This John is on fire. I think a team that potentially could be sneaky buyers are the White Sox.
Yeah, the White Sox are fucking good
performing
too.
pretty
Sneaking up
well.
there, yeah.
Yeah, they're performing pretty well, and they have Chicago money.
Well, and that Garrett Crochet deal is working out.
Yeah, exactly. So they have they've been building towards this, even though again 2 years ago they lost like almost 120 games.
Dude, they were very bad.
But I mean, I don't know. They've been building up their farm system, and they have some names. So they might be a bat away from being a big contender.
All right, that's a pretty good final thought. And we went like 20 minutes over with the intro. So let's move on.
Sorry. That's my fault.
I forgot that I had a bunch of TV theme songs on here, so I think I'm just going to use these for the rest of them.
I love
All
it.
right.
Sing me a song.
Let me know when you want me to jump in with one of them, though.
Well, how about do it now.
Do it now.
All right, hold on. I gotta call it up here in front of me here. Online and bored on a 21st century night. Can I meet you on If These Balls Could Talk? That's right. Will you walk? Will you run to the bases and to the fields? It's next topic. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's next topic. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's next topic right now. Take it away, John.
Pinch Me was really good last night, FYI.
I believe it.
Everybody cared. It was really good. All right. So now I'm going to really get into it. I need to talk about the most frustrating toxic relationship in baseball. The New York Yankees and their absolute obsession with their own prospects, specifically the endless, unwavering patience for shortstop Anthony Volpe. We all wanted the storybook, and I specifically wanted the storybook Derek Jeter 2.0 narrative to work out, but 4 years into his big league career, and the numbers don't lie. He's sitting at a sub 670 OPS again in 2026 with just one single home run.
Oof.
Heading into late July across 23, 24, 25, and now 26. Volpe's career OPS sits virtually unchanged at 662. His 2026 slash line of 245, 341, 322 features a pitiful 322 slugging percentage. So with the August trade deadline right around the corner, is it time for the Yankees to send Anthony Volpe to greener pastures? On another team, do you think Volpe recovers his once promising bat? And his home run in the World Series, goddammit.
I could have sworn we had this topic last year where the Yankees had officially given up on Volpe, and I did not realize that he was back on the team and back in the majors. 'Cause I thought,
Just
wasn't he
can't
sent
quit
down to
him.
the minors last year?
Yes, they started him in the minors because they were like, he's atrocious. And Caballero got
And they
hurt.
brought him back?
Right the fuck back. And I don't understand why
Does he
they
have
can't
incriminating photos on the Steinbrenners?
I think so. And they can't just be like, listen, this isn't working. And like the yips in New York is a real proven actual thing. Sibo Bichette, right? Like some people can't perform in New York. They just can't. What do you think, Chris?
I would say with that, I want to agree with what the point you made right there about how some people can't live up to the expectations of playing in New York. So I would say, in my opinion, the Yankees should get rid of Volpe, and they should sit there and look at the future. I think you guys got George Lombardoni Jr. coming up, I believe.
His name is George Lombard, but yes, he's going.
Lombard,
he is a top 100. He is as good or better. He's faster. His gloves better. I mean, I don't know. It's just maybe time.
I think it would
Wait,
definitely
so you
be
guys-
time to give him a chance.
Are you guys inferring that Anthony Volpe would have been a fine Major League Baseball player outside of New York?
I am inferring that Anthony Volpe was a top 10 prospect his literal entire time in AAA. He came up to the majors. He hit a home run in the World Series. I think he hit 25 home runs his first year. And he's broken. And he's been broken for 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's so weird. He was supposed to be like
4.
this, the next big thing
4.
on the Yankees, right?
He's broken.
Yes, he was
and
going to be the next Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I think that, and this is a specific Yankee problem. They built him up so much, and they really like this storyline
So much.
that they like. It's almost like Cashman doesn't want to say, "I fucked up." which is a very
It might
Brian
not be
Cashman thing to
Cashman's
do.
issue. Maybe Volpe
Maybe.
really just isn't that good.
I
Some ball players they max out in the minors.
Yeah, it's possible.
I mean, his first season was good. He had a good season. Yankees made the World Series.
I would say with Volpe, I feel like he probably could thrive somewhere. Like I would say probably like an Oakland. I should say Vegas now, not Oakland, but I bet you he probably could play really good in Vegas. I bet you he could play probably pretty good in Miami with the Marlins. I think you need to put him on a team where there's not really any expectation.
And here's the thing.
And then I think he could find himself again.
Here's the thing. Right now, even though Anthony Volpe has been struggling, he's 25 years old. He's a commodity still. He's a 25-year-old infielder in a reasonably barren infield market. There's not a lot of good infielders, not a lot of good shortstops right now.
You think there's a trade market for Volpe?
I think there is a get Volpe out of New York for the best possible price. And the best possible price.
They should just release him.
Is right now. Yeah, they should.
I don't think there's another team that wants Anthony Volpe.
Even at he's 25 years old, you don't think?
No. Like you said, he's broken. Who wants to invest in a player that's broken?
He's broken. He's so broken. So broken.
That'd be like investing in one of us to be on a major league roster.
Okay? I think it's a little different.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
done.
I
We
could
are
do
just as
good.
broken as Anthony Volpe.
I am done.
I would argue I'm slightly more broken.
Being on Team Volpe, and I think it's time for the Yankees to listen to the show and realize that they should be done too.
I mean, what else needs to be said about that?
That's a good way to end it.
I mean,
I want someone to find. I want to hear one person that says Anthony Volpe is a major league ball player. I want to hear that.
I mean, he was in 2023.
That's great. That was 3 years ago. What have you done for me lately? Come on, New Yorker. You're supposed to have that attitude too.
I'm ready. It's time.
You were ready last year.
I was ready last. I'm ready this year. There has been so many moments this season where the Yankees have been like pushing, and he's an out. He's just always a fucking out, and he makes so many dumb infield moves, and then every once in a while he's a shining light where he makes this diving, sliding, whatnot. I just don't understand it, but I'm done. It's just too rocky.
What happened to Caballero?
Caballero is still playing very well. He came back from his injury. He played last night. They're making a rule for the pitch clock for him, so that's fun.
What do you mean they're making a rule?
I mean, they're literally making a Caballero rule. I don't think they're going to call him that. But Major League Baseball in the Pirates series apparently called the umps and said Caballero isn't allowed to waste the middle seconds and look up at the last possible moment. So you're supposed to make eye contact with the pitcher. And so Caballero waits until second 8 to look up, and he knows, and he does it on purpose. So he got a strike called on him last night because he did.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to, as a batter, you're supposed to be set and within a certain.
I mean, he waits until the last possible moment. That was the.
I think it's
a whole
8
story.
Seconds before you have to be looking at the pitcher.
Anyway, TLDR, the Yankees need to be buyers, and they need to get rid of Volpe. They need a shortstop and a closer, or best reliever available, whose name is Mason Miller. They just need to do it. They need to fucking just do it. Because the window, she is closing. Getting very narrow.
I don't think you're getting Mason Miller.
I am.
I don't think.
Guys, can I ask this question with it here too?
Sure.
Of course.
So, what do you think the asking price would be for like Mason Miller for the Yankees to get him?
They already said 2 top 100 prospects. So, Lombard, Spencer Jones, Dominguez, all those guys are probably on that block.
Would you get rid of the shortstop though? I guess George.
I wouldn't get rid of. I wouldn't get rid.
Volpe.
I wouldn't get rid of Lombard. I wouldn't, because he's the answer. Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez.
Oh, this is a different shortstop.
I probably Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez. I would be okay with that.
Because I read something online today where they're talking about combination of probably like a Ryan Weathers or Will Warren mixed with a Spencer Jones or Dominguez. The one pitcher, one outfielder type deal.
Will Warren probably not. Ryan Weathers, sure. Warren has had a pretty good season, and we need starters, and Mason Miller isn't a starter, so I'll take Clay Holmes off your hands.
You take him.
So gracious.
You take him.
But you have to keep stupid. What the fuck is his name? Oh, God, great.
I don't know. My brain
Mark,
feels melted.
Mark, who's the
too.
terrible closer that we pawned off on them? My brain just shut off.
Devin Williams?
Dev Williams?
You fucking keep Devin Williams. I don't want him back. No take backs. Sorry. He belongs to you now. Fuck that. All right.
I was going to say, I'm fine with that. We'll keep Devin Williams, and we'll keep, what was the other guy there? Luke Weaver?
No, Weaver's coming home. You keep Williams. I don't want any of your garbage. Only the good players. We'll take Lindor. It's all good.
I see nothing wrong with that plan.
Love it.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy. The next topic you'll see.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go. All right, so this is LeBron James' third free agency in his career, and he's treating it like it might be his last, because it probably is. Telling fans it's a decision about where he wants to spend the last year, or maybe even more, of his career. Tyrese Halliburton, in a very cute moment, admitted that he tried recruiting him to Indiana before LeBron just kind of said no. But the insiders say the Warriors might be a strong case, and then you also had the Miami Heat. I just realized I pasted the wrong part of the script. The Miami Heat accidentally leaked out a social media post about an introductory press conference for LeBron James on July 27th.
That's funny.
Funny enough, there were other social media outlets that did like parodies of that, like I think, and they had like LeBron James in a very AI docked photo of him. Like the PGA Tour did like a fake one of that one, and they had him in like the funny golfer's hat and whatnot. But anyway, I digress. So everyone, does LeBron already know where he's going, and is he milking the suspense on purpose?
He's milking the suspense on purpose. And what happened to Cleveland?
What do you mean? What happened to Cleveland?
Wasn't he supposed to go to Cleveland?
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it.
I don't like this story. I think it's stupid.
I love the Miami.
Stupid.
I love the Miami.
You know who
trolled,
LeBron James is? He's Aaron Rodgers for the NBA.
It's getting there. Well, with less weirdness.
I mean, I'll say this with the guys. I think he's milking it. But I think, like, as you said before with it there, you guys stated one reason why I think he's milking it. I think there's other ones too, because I think he wants to also play with Kyrie or Anthony Davis. So I think he's basically waiting for one of those teams to either, trade for one of those two guys, depending on what they need. And then by then, maybe then he'll have his decision kind of like made of what he wants to do.
Hey, Doug, here it comes. I think he's probably waiting for the Knicks to make room. I don't know if they will, but Dolan would.
Knicks aren't really one of the odds-on favorite. Philadelphia is more of an odds-on favorite.
Dolan would if it was his decision alone, but it's not. So
yeah, I don't know.
Philly would work. I don't want him on Philly. That's gross. No.
I don't want him on Philly.
No, thank you.
I like Miami.
Would you want him on the Knicks?
The fake press conference.
No. I don't want the Knicks to do almost anything. I want them having a very dominant.
You need some more size, bro.
Top team. We got the fat guy. He's so fat.
Wait,
fat.
who?
We got the fattest. Width
is not height.
We got the fattest center in basketball.
Awesome. So wait, Chris,
what do you guys think about with the Warriors? Do you guys think could he possibly go to the Golden State and be with the Warriors?
He could. He likes playing with Steph. He likes playing with Draymond. I mean, I will say this. I have not agreed with one single decision that LeBron James has made. He's admittedly one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Do I think he's better than Jordan? No. But I literally have not agreed with any decision he's ever made. It all started with the slam dunk contest. Because he teased that he was going to do the slam dunk contest, and then he didn't. And then he never has. Meanwhile, all the greats, Kobe, Jordan, even Dominique Wilkins and Blake Griffin, like all of the great dunkers and the great players in the world that were known as dunkers, they were in the dunks contest. LeBron James has never done the dunk contest. And ever since that, I think he's a giant ass putty.
Well, Mark, just to add back to that, I was going to say you forgot what's called another fellow New Yorker, though, that was in the dunk contest, Nate Robinson.
Nate
So he's from New York?
Robinson! Yes!
Yeah, Nate Robinson.
Nice.
I
He
think
won,
that,
didn't he?
I think,
Like
Mark,
2 times in a row.
Mark, here's a funny thing. I had a conversation with a coworker about Star Wars, and he really likes episode 1, 2, and 3. And it's because episode 1, 2, and 3 are his Star Wars.
Because he was
the ones
born
that-
in the... Yeah, whatever.
This is like 10 years younger than me. I think that the Jordan Braun conversation is a generational conversation. And I think we think Jordan's better because we saw Jordan play. And people who are younger than us think Braun is better because they saw Braun play.
But
Braun is
listen,
probably-
haven't we seen both Jordan and LeBron play?
I mean, it's not the same. It's not the same. when
You're
you have
not
a
the
basketball,
same.
The basketball, a sports player that you idolize when you're like 10 or 12 or 14, and when you're in your 20s and you care less, it's just not the same, right, Chris?
I
you agree
didn't.
with
I
that?
didn't idolize Jordan. I feared Jordan.
I mean, yes, yes. Okay, I was a Knicks fan in the 90s. I fucking feared Jordan because the Knicks were really good and they never made it because of fucking Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and Steve Kerr and all those fucking assholes that kept us out of the playoffs.
That's fair.
I remember all their fucking names because it was their faults. Because Ewing and I mean, Starks, I was such a big John Starks fan. My God.
John, what I will say with it is, I'll say it was probably like a generational thing, like you said with it. But it makes you wonder in a way, like, say Jordan in Jordan's prime, LeBron and LeBron's prime. Who do you think wins? Honestly, if they were both
Jordan
22, 23 years old.
Jordan and Jordan's prime, nobody will ever be Michael. Michael Jordan is one of one.
I feel like he just
'Cause you
played the
gotta
game
remember-
so cerebrally. Like LeBron may have the edge in athleticism, but I mean, then again, Jordan was so freaking good too. I'm not a big basketball fan, but I just remember
Bron
like
is bigger than Michael Jordan. I don't know if it would be fair because he's
height
bigger
too.
than
Though,
him.
like Jordan but Jordan also had really long
Jordan,
reach.
Jordan was quicker than LeBron. Braun was just a tank.
Yeah,
He still is a tank.
Well, guys, I think we're also missing the other factor with the 2 and whatnot, where say like when Jordan played, you had the bad boy Pistons, which I'm sure you guys know. So you had guys like Bill
John definitely
Lambier
knows
basically
it.
just like full on just running towards
The
you
Jordan
like
rules.
an NFL defensive tackle trying to tackle you. Jordan played to that. Could LeBron honestly handle that? Having somebody like Bill Lambier or Dennis Rodman coming at him and just taking him down in a non-basketball play.
Remember when Rodman was a bull? I do.
I don't think LeBron could handle
when he was
any
a Piston.
physicality.
Yeah. I don't know.
remember when Rodman was a Spur.
I think that I don't like, and I had a topic on this last week. I just don't like the idea of 40-somethings trying to be relevant in professional sports. Now, Bron scored last season. He still scored. He still was a pretty consistent player on the Lakers, but he's milking it at this point, and he needs to probably think about his legacy and quitting
He's
on
still
top.
pretty good.
I think if he's
not
I
what
think
he
if you're
used to
still
be, but
good.
he's still pretty good.
But I do get John's point though, where I think that the divism or like the gravitas that you have, you should respectfully kind of take a
Jordan
step
played
back
too long.
and just be a role player. Right. Jordan played about 1 or 2 years too long.
Yeah.
Too long. And Bron is gonna play too long.
Yeah.
He's gonna. And
So I kind of disagree with that. Because LeBron probably is still a top 25 NBA player.
Shut up.
You shut up.
The enforcer here. All right.
Standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall for next topic you'll see. I love that show.
Rain and
That was good.
thunder, wind and rain. Pete, we've
Yep.
been talking about a lot of shit you don't know about, and I really should do my baseball topic, but I'm gonna do my my football topic.
That's
so
fine.
it's time for NFL training camp again, and with that brings the hope of a new season with 10 new head coaches, 6 new starting quarterbacks, and a whole lot of personnel changes. What will be the biggest surprises of the 2026 NFL season, and what will be the biggest story? And will all the biggest stories be? I'm going to talk again. What will the biggest stories be? And will the Cleveland Browns still be bad? Yes, they will.
Yeah, we've already established that.
You know,
I don't want to know the best teams. I want to know the biggest stories. I want to know who is the guy that you're going to be like, wow, that's interesting.
I'm hearing a lot of buzz about the Ravens' new coach.
Okay.
And
He's
everybody,
a defensive coach.
He is, but so is Harbaugh, kind of, right? Or no?
No,
Harbaugh.
This is the funny thing about Harbaugh. He was never an offensive or defense coordinator. He was a special teams coach.
Oh, like Marv Levy. Okay, that was Marv Levy's thing. He called it the kicking team.
He's also building literally the same team in New York.
Yeah. So I'm hearing stuff about why can't I think of the guy's name?
Jesse Minter?
Minter, yeah. I was thinking of Kubiak, but that's another interesting name.
Clint Kubiak is a Raiders.
Yep. That's the other thing I did forget about the Raiders, where Kubiak is a very young, promising coach, but I feel like he's very young. It might take him a year or two to kind of get his footing. Then again, I guess so is Joe Brady for the Bills. He's in his he's younger than me, or younger than all of us.
Yeah.
Raiders don't really have a defense either.
True.
I brought this up lightly, but I think that the Titans might be surprising, and I think Cam Ward's going to have a really good.
I think the Titans might be surprising
with Dable. I think he's going to have a really good season.
Did you see their entire coaching staff is bald?
Schedule. What did you say?
Their entire coaching staff is bald. Yeah, they showed a coaching staff picture, and every single person is bald.
They're doing the Dable.
They are. Yep. That's why they hired Dable, because he's like, oh, and Dable even joked about it. He's like, oh, look at this, I fit right in.
That'd be funny if that was a coaching requirement.
I know.
You must be a bald man.
I'm not as bullish on Cam Ward as everybody else, though. So I'm.
Yes, we've established that.
Do you know what team? I'm interested in is that could go either way? Is on the NFC side, and we'll talk about this next
Saints.
week. And
the New
Saints,
York Giants.
Well, yes, Saints.
Only you're interested in the Giants.
Can Shuck's apparent hotness, according to Steph, propel the Saints into a good future?
No.
You're just entranced by his hotness.
The other NFC team that I feel like is a big question mark are the Panthers. They kind of got a little hot at the end of last season, and do you feel like that's going to continue? I mean, McMillan's good.
Nope.
Okay, well, I guess that's it then. We're done.
They just lost what's his face to an ACL injury, I think.
I think
he got hurt in training camp today.
And he's going to be a draft target of mine. I think Isaiah Likely is going to have a huge year.
Yeah, I could see
absolutely giant.
What do you guys think about Kyler Murray? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to talk about the Giants more.
We'll get there. We'll finish the topic on that. How about that?
And if not, you'll bring it up during the last topic we're talking about.
Yeah, I will.
What do you guys think about Kyler Murray on the Vikings? Do you think that's enough to push?
Sick of that story.
Too short to be good at football. He's just too short.
I'm so effing sick. Why did I get JJ McCarthy had a terrible year last year?
I don't think he looks that good.
He did play a little better in the second half, but do people really think that Kyler Murray is the fucking answer? He wasn't the answer in Arizona.
No,
not good enough.
He was good enough for a couple of years though. They were in the playoffs.
Chris, who's on your NFL to watch list? Who's a player you're going to draft to be cute that you think is going to be a win?
Honestly, I feel like you got to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like he's a young, up and coming receiver, and I wouldn't be shocked. Honestly, I bet you put up about 1,000 yards, maybe about anywhere between 65 to 80 catches. I'd say, and I'd say probably get about 9 or 10 touchdowns.
Are you going to throw him the ball? I'm just wondering.
He's
Jacoby will.
Okay, Brissett. Yeah, I mean, Brissett's a solid quarterback, which he can get the ball out there. Do you think, I mean, Harrison's got the talent. Do you think he can put it together? Like, what stopped him in the first 2 seasson?
Kyler.
You think so?
I was going to say Kyler Murray, the inconsistencies, and I think
he had a hard time catching Kyler's ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyler had a bad attitude at the end in Arizona too. That's one of the reasons he got let go.
True, he was kind of slacking, and he wasn't
took himself out of
meetings.
games and wasn't attending meetings. He's had a bad attitude.
Yeah, and that, I mean, the NFL is so competitive that you can't do that and expect to win, no matter how talented you are.
Oh, Bourne went over there. You guys lost Bourne, Mark?
Yeah, because we have too many wide receivers now.
He's like their 3. That's crazy. They're very talented, except for Jacoby Brissett being not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
I mean, you guys are going to hate this hot take, but I've said on the show before, I think the Cowboys are winning the NFC East.
I think the Cowboys are going to be incredible. I agree.
I hear everybody is raving with the Cowboys every season. Like anytime I watch Rich Eisen, it's like, oh my god, the Cowboys, the Rams,
I love
Chiefs.
Caleb
It's like,
Downs.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
I love
the
Caleb
Chargers.
Downs. I think he's going to have a phenomenal rookie year. I mean, if CD stays healthy and Pickens stays healthy and Dak stays healthy,
Javonte Williams reborn.
I guess. I like
I
Rich
think he's
Eisen
going to
too, by
regress
the
a
way.
little bit, but who's
Quadzilla.
going to stop the Cowboys offense if everyone is healthy?
I mean, who's gonna?
I mean, they're
How about the Rams, though, guys? The Rams with
Yeah, the
Miles
Rams
Garrett now.
I feel like they're
Rams
almost
are going
so
to be
good that
insane.
that's kind of boring to talk about. It's like we all just expect the Rams
I mean,
to win
it's
the
not.
Super Bowl.
It's not the joy of the question. It is not going to be a surprise.
I think-
Mark
yeah.
Harrison
Yeah, that's
would be a
yeah,
surprise.
they have
'cause
a
I-
team that you built on Madden.
Yeah, I've ignored them, Chris, because they are so good, and we talked about it a couple weeks ago in the show. That it's ridiculous.
All right, who thinks Aaron Donald is going to play this year?
Oh,
I know.
I think so. It's a
I would
question of
say,
when.
throw me in there.
Yeah, it's a question of when. He's already gone to the facility a couple times. He's already talked to them. He's already worked out. He's ready.
Oh,
What do you guys
When
think?
does-
Week 8, maybe
I
we'll
think
say
earlier
like
than that.
appearance free signs.
Yeah, I don't think
I
he's
think
going to
it's-
start the season. Probably.
What about Mendoza? When does he play?
week 2, maybe week 1. Cousins garbage. He's so bad.
Yeah, I don't think
So
Cousins has got
bad.
anything left.
Nothing left, man. He has.
I
Does
say give him
Ty
week
Simpson
5.
start a game?
5? Yeah, I could see it. Maybe.
Yeah, week 5,
4 or
I'd say.
5. Yeah, I could see that.
Because I
Let's
would
see
say they give probably Cousins 4 weeks to try to see what he could do.
Yeah.
How
And I bet
quickly
you
did
they're
they
probably
rush
going to
out
go like
Jackson
1
Dart?
and 3.
Mm-hmm. Not
They
every
rushed out
old.
Jackson Dart in 4. Yeah, 4 is a good number.
Yeah.
4
Not
is a good,
every
like,
fucking
actual
old quarterback
number.
can have the same magic as Joe Flacco off the couch.
Joe Flacco rides again, and we got to move on.
Yes.
The
He's
legend
still
of Joe
looking for a
Flacco.
job.
And
Well,
he can
Maybe the
play
Browns will take him.
Arizona
They don't have
guys.
enough quarterbacks.
Yeah,
He can play
Arizona
football
can.
anywhere.
Yeah, they could use Flacco. What do you got, Mark?
No, we're done.
I asked this. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but does Ty Simpson start a game this year?
I did hear you. I wasn't paying attention because we were done.
Oh,
I don't think.
no, I think he's red shirts.
You think he red shirts? What if Stafford gets hurt?
He won't. It's gonna be magical. It's gonna be a magical ride.
You sound so confident.
Bills Rams Super Bowl. Let's go.
Maybe.
Good luck with that, Pete.
I know.
Good luck with that.
That's not gonna happen, but the Rams part's gonna happen.
I'm just excited to watch Cam Scotty backflip again,
Even if he doesn't land it.
even if he doesn't land it, but he will. He won't be drunk in the games.
Let's hope not.
I mean, probably drunk at Fanatics Fest. Who gives a shit?
All right. Are we at time?
We've been at time. I've been yelling at you.
When I said, "What do you got,
I
Mark?"
didn't hear
I thought
you
you were
say
going to
that.
sing a song and bring us to the next topic.
Let's hear it for another fake sponsor, Replay Relationship Services. Pause arguments with your partner and ask for a challenge with our slow motion replay and expert analysis. Replay Relationship Services. After further review, you're still sleeping on the couch.
You just did them both again.
That's one of my favorites, though.
Yeah, I'm very lazy.
Right.
Very excellent.
I mean, commercials run more than once.
I was looking
on
for my
TV.
setup and it wasn't working.
Okay.
Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Next topic.
It's just.
So Round the Horn got canceled after 2 decades on the air, and sports talk radio listenership is down double digits year over year. And even Stephen A. Smith's brand of TV now runs on outrage over insight. Traditional cable debate shows are fading as fans turn to podcasts and short-form clips for their takes. Hopefully this podcast too.
Yes.
But here's a twist. This year's NBA's final broke viewership records on both TV and social media at the same time, proving live sports still pull people to the screen even as commentary shifts online. So everyone, is social media and podcasts actually replacing sports commentary shows or just changing what a commentary show even looks like? I actually forgot to mention this, that ESPN, who had acquired the NFL network, they canceled Good Morning Football.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We heard about our friend Alan mentioned they like fired a guy in the middle of a show.
That was NFL Live. So
That was-
NFL,
ESPN's doing
Ryan
some
Clark.
weird stuff. Like they're cleaning.
Ryan
house
Clark,
over
who had
there.
been with the network for I think 11 years, was doing the show this past Monday, and yes, it got out that ESPN was going to let him go, and so yeah, he didn't finish the show.
That's.
I mean,
fucking
also
crazy.
major companies all across the country are massively cutting high-paid people, which Disney is not behind that. They are also cutting people. I mean, I think
Yeah, is this just a Disney thing? You think?
a little bit. I mean, I think the unfortunate fact is that, and maybe this is the truth, talk radio probably just isn't making a lot of money. And I think part of that is probably because people are consuming media differently. They're, I mean, I know for a fact that games that I don't watch, and I don't watch a lot because I'm doing stuff most of the time, and I don't like have ESPN. I catch up on TikTok. I watch TikTok clips, and I got an idea what goes on in games I want to pay attention to. I mean, it's just easier. It just makes more sense in like kind of a modern busy schedule than sit down and watch a game for 4 hours.
So here's another take. What's Pat McAfee doing right?
I feel like
I
shows
think
like
he is a. I think McAfee works because he's a bit of a cross promoter. He's a NFL guy who runs a talk show who also shows up on WWE every once in a while, right?
I think it's the more free form of his thing too. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, like, you can't forget about what's called College Game Day on Saturdays. Where he's sitting there, he does his little segment where he does like I was watching a video of it. There's a kid from Michigan and stuff, like, you know, because they were like College Game Day was at Michigan, and they're sitting there, they were doing that little field goal thing where he gives them like, what is it, like 250,000,
like a lot of money.
Kick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he was a kicker, right?
Yep,
which is
he
wild
was.
when you think about
He was
that
a
big ass
punter.
He's like a jacked punter. It's really funny.
Yeah. So,
I think it's
I don't know.
personality.
Stephen A is not that interesting anymore. Like
Just
he just
loud
yells
and-
about shit.
yeah,
he
he's
just
just
shouts
loud.
loud. He just shouts.
His takes aren't even very intelligent. That's the thing. He doesn't really know what he's talking about half the time.
So like, I don't know, the age of like Sports Center, like the Sports Center age, I think we've aged out of Sports Center essentially.
Maybe, but
Sports Center is still on like all day on ESPN though.
yeah.
I
To
mean,
your-
what
to
are
your
they
point,
going
the
to
way
do?
a
Turn
show
off
like
the show
Pat-
that people know about?
Where like Pat McAfee or maybe Rich Eisen works is because it's the personality of the host for one, and I think the format of a show like that is a little bit kind of like a podcast segment where you have
I agree.
5 or 6 people sitting there each at their desk and they're just kind of free forming it sometimes. Yes, there's structure, but it's kind of like this show. I mean, not to brag or anything. No, but it's just a little
There's
bit.
nothing like this show.
Yeah. But no, it feels more personable, I think, you know, which is why people turn to podcasts anyway, right? It sounds like you're in the room with the guy with the people shooting the shit.
Yeah. People like shit that feels personal. That feels nice and warm, and like everybody likes to argue with their friends, and shows that are like that work.
Yeah.
Like ours.
If only we had the
guys, let me
viewership.
ask you this question with it though. And you guys are obviously, you're a lot older than me, obviously, in a way. So, like, do you guys remember the old Sports Center days when you had Chris Berman,
Oh,
Sunday night giving highlights?
It's funny when we were talking about the big personalities, Berman came to my
Big
mind
personalities,
because
yeah.
he was popular because of him. Like it was, the energy was infectious.
They took him off the air.
Yeah.
And not to interrupt you with that, but they took him off the air and stuff. And it's like that guy, like I could sit there, put Sports Center on, highlights, everything. And that guy just had so many, what's it called?
He
He
did
had
the
so many different
voices.
things that he did
Oh, yeah.
basically. And his little lyrics.
Yep. And his co-host is really good too. Shoot, I forget his name. Boomer was Chris. I forget. Maybe he's had a couple. Maybe he had a couple guys. There was like one dude that went to Louisville all the time. It was like his co-host in the '90s, but it just
that was Joe. What's his name? No, Tom Jackson. Tom Jackson.
Okay. It was just such a good duo. Like the interplay there was so good.
Well, the ESPN
chemistry,
Studios
the charisma.
outtakes, that was my favorite.
Mhm.
All the random like people and like the mascots would show up, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I think
we're
old
at
90s ESPN just had an energy that we just don't have on network and cable TV anymore.
because nobody watches cable.
Then there was other names.
The core of the
too, I was
problem.
going to say.
Yeah.
The core of the problem is no one watches cable TV. It's the core.
And
That is what it is.
Yeah, they have to figure out. I mean, don't be a dinosaur, right?
Don't be a dinosaur.
You can put your program on cable TV, get it out to simulcast it onto YouTube. On
And by
other
the
places.
way, I mean, this is the actual answer. It is the answer because all of those shows are network shows and all the things that are working aren't.
Yeah.
Nobody watches cable TV anymore. Period. Hard stop. And we need to move on.
And then I was going to say, guys, just one other thing I wanted to add with that. And there's my time growing up, and then probably this is later in your time growing up. I was going to say there was Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott, dude, was probably one of the most creative guys in the sense of
cooler than the other side of the pillow.
That's what I was going to say. So God rest his soul. He was a great commentator, and whatnot, and a great entertainer on ESPN with all his little, skits and lyrics and lines he came up with. So.
Didn't Steph want to host Sports Center? Pete, you know this?
Yep, I remember that. But yeah, move your stuff to where people are looking.
Come on, knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Where the topics are his or his or his next topic, it's true. Chris, you know what show that's from?
He does not.
Three's Company
I'll be
2?
very impressed.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
Three's Company. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So sorry for this one, Jeff, but we have to talk about it. When hedge fund billionaire Steve Cohen bought the New York Mets, he famously promised a World Series title within 3 to 5 years. Fast forward now 6 years into his ownership, and Cohen himself just went on the record with a brutal 5-word admission. I'm failing. We are failing. Despite carrying an astronomical payroll hovering around $365 million, the highest in baseball, the Mets are sitting dead last in the NL East. The biggest flaw in Cohen's ownership model is treating a baseball team like a tradable asset portfolio rather than a human ecosystem. To optimize asset value, the Mets let homegrown franchise icons like Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, and Edwin Diaz walk or be traded away and replace those emotional leaders with mercenary contracts like Bo Bichette and Marco Simeon. That was the garbage Jeffin was trying to pass off on me. So, are the 2026 New York Mets a good argument against the baseball salary cap? And more importantly, is Steve Cohen and his money bad for New York Mets baseball? Hot take. And you can start, Chris.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I would say, in a way, with it, it's not really an example of the salary cap. I would say somebody like the Dodgers, for example, because they're sitting there and they're deferring all this
100%.
money. And you look at the Mets, for example, the Mets probably were, I'm sure, one of the first teams probably to defer players' money with Bonnie Bonilla. And so they're still paying
Bonnie
it
Bonilla
until
Day.
20. So, what is it, 2035? I think they're paying them, what is it,
I
$2
forgot to
million a
celebrate
year?
Bobby Bonilla Day.
They are.
So yeah, Bobby going, I'm saying getting $2 million a day or whatever it is every, July, whatever day it was, up to the year 2035. But if you look at the Dodgers, you got Kyle Tucker, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts,
Yeah, but
Yoshimoto. I mean, there's so many guys on a team that are making 200.
But you're saying it, right? Like, you have a team, like you let Pete walk, you let Edwin walk, you were just talking about Pete Armstrong. Like the team is poorly formed. It's just poorly
the Mets
formed.
have proven that money does not buy you a championship. I mean, technically the Yankees did that for the longest time back in like the 80s and the 90s.
We made the playoffs almost every year.
You did.
Not the
You
80s.
did. But you did. You weren't. No, not the 80s. I don't think about it.
Not the 80s at all.
You didn't win. You won titles, but you didn't win every title. And I mean, now the Dodgers are an example of spending money wisely. A lot of money that they're not really even spending now. They're going to spend it 20 years from now.
Don't they owe like $1 trillion in 2030?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
To answer your question, the Mets, yes, it's an argument against the salary cap because money does not just automatically buy you a championship. I mean, you could throw money in anything. They gave $40 million to Verlander and Max Scherzer when they were 42 years old.
I mentioned that fact because this is an active Players Association argument against the salary cap. They are using the New York Mets in their arguments against the salary cap right now.
Well, guys, what about other things though? Like for example, like the experiment with Bartolo Colon. You know what I'm saying? They gave a guy like Bartolo, I don't know how much money they gave him. He was like sitting there, he was riding at 42, 43.
Cologne.
He loves
I remember when he hit the
He's
grand slam at Petco Park there the one year.
He was a personality.
He was. I mean, and sure, okay, so the Mets are at $328 million, the Dodgers are at $302, but that's active salary. So really, the Dodgers are spending more, but not really spending more. But the difference between the Mets and the Yankees are $36 million between the Mets and the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees aren't shocking the baseball world, mind you, because they have a lot of injuries, but it's a better team. It's better formed, right? Better pitching, better consistent bats. I mean, how do you build a baseball team in 2026?
I mean, Uncle Steve just needs better people around him, really.
I think so.
I mean, I don't blame him for treating players like commodities, because essentially that's what they are.
Yeah, but it's not working.
It's exactly what he's doing hasn't been working. So he needs to essentially do what Jamie Dolan did. Bring people around that are actually smarter than he is.
Yeah. I like that very much.
And then stay the fuck away.
That's a very good reference. No, but I mean, like, the thing about it, like, you spend $80 million on Verlander and Scherzinger, and it doesn't work, so you drop them. Same season, right? You spend however much money on Soto, and he hits, but he doesn't win baseball. He does not win any baseball games, right? So then you spend a shitload of money on
baseball.
Peralta and Bichette and all the Mark Semien, all the money you spent this offseason. And none of those moves were good. And then you got yourself into a position where you can't afford Pete Alonso because he deserves to be paid. You can't afford Edwin Diaz. He deserves to be paid. Edwin goes to fucking LA. I mean, you were a playoff team last year. You should have beat the Dodgers in the end, or not 2 years ago. You should have beat the Dodgers in the playoffs 2 years ago. You should have, but you didn't. But you should have. And then we would have had another Subway Series, and everybody would have been much happier.
Chris, I forgot that PCA was on the Mets at one point too.
Yeah, he was a drafted prospect that one year. I don't know if it was like 2018 or something, or 2019.
I don't know. I think that I still think money probably wins baseball games, but I think a combination of money, you have to have good front office guys. You have to have people who know what they're talking about. Yeah. And their names
Spend the money wisely.
Their names can't be Brian Cashman. They can't be whoever the fucking GM on the Mets is. His name escapes me.
David Stearns.
Can't be fucking David Stearns. These guys are they're just not good baseball minds. And it brings back to the conversation that we've been talking about on this show about coaching staffs for a long time now. A lot of the players are the same because they're all professionals, and coaching brings you over the top. It always has, it always will. And let's move on. Gonna get
Sunday, Monday, next topic. Tuesday, Wednesday, next topic. Thursday, Friday, next topic. Saturday, what a day. Waiting for next topic with you.
I don't think Chris knows that song.
I do not know that one.
I've just been getting older and older with
that Happy
songs.
Days?
That was Happy Days.
It's in like the 50s. Holy crap.
60s.
I watched Nick at Night.
All right. This will be a topic that Pete will like, hopefully. Christopher Nolan followed up his Oppenheimer Oscar sweep with something even more ambitious, a $250 million all IMAX adaptation of Homer's epic poem, shot across 7 countries, including Morocco, Greece, and Scotland. The cast alone is stacked with Matt Damon leading as Odysseus, alongside Tom Holland, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, and Charlize Theron. It hit theaters a couple weeks ago, and early reviews are calling it a true cinematic epic. And critics are even saying that Nolan brings primal human feeling to a story that's been adapted 100 times, but rarely done justice on screen. I actually saw it on Tuesday as well. That movie was intense.
I was going to say,
So everyone, anyone have plans to see The Odyssey if they haven't already? And do we think that this really lived up to the hype?
I would love to see it. I think Nolan is the last director left that makes me want to go to the movie theater legitimately.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a really good statement, Pete. I really like that. I think he is too, by the way.
Do you guys have an IMAX theater near you?
We don't have a real one. We have
we have RPX. We have a fake IMAX in Crossgates, and I won't go to Crossgates anymore for movies. And then we have some RPX theaters, which are good.
It's good, yeah. It's a giant screen. It's digital, but it's not. It doesn't have a legit 70 millimeter projector in there.
Right. Yeah,
or like the 6-story tall one.
I want to go to
New York City.
We should, Pete, in an imaginary world where we go see this, we should go to one of the mass ones that serve you food and beer.
Huh. That would be cool.
I think they all do that now, don't they?
Rochester apparently has a massive theater that has like the 70 millimeter film projector in there.
We saw Oppenheimer in the IMAX at Crossgates, and it was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine.
Crossgates' IMAX theater is not really, like, for IMAX theater standards, it's not great.
Not great. I think that Christopher Nolan, so the story goes that Tom gets the job and brings the script into his home with his beautiful wife, Zendaya. And Zendaya's like, well, there's a Nolan script in my house. I have to read it.
Yeah.
And so she helps him with his lines. And then he goes and he does movie stuff, and he comes back. He's like, okay, here's the script again, but think Diana. Right? And so that's how she got the job. Tom got her the job.
Wow. Not to say Zendaya couldn't have got it on her own merits, because
But like Tom just had the job first.
Spider-Man, right? Yeah, right.
Tom just had the job first. That's all.
That makes sense. But yeah, and it's like, okay, if she fits the part, well, like, why wouldn't you take her, right? So that makes sense,
right? I think that this movie is set up to win all the things. It's set up to win.
Oh, it's going to win all the things.
Yeah,
all the things. And I think that when you spend however much money you do on the cast and crew and the director, it's what you expect. I had no doubt in my mind that this movie would be excellent. I see most of my movies with Jamie, and so a rated R Oscar trolling movie doesn't hit that bill. I really shouldn't bring her, even though I was thinking about it.
I actually don't. I actually think it'd be okay with Jamie.
I look. There's this website. Anybody, not a sponsor, but you could be. I use a website called Common Sense Media, which has both has personal reviews and non-personal reviews, like professional, but it talks about the big things: violence, sex, language, and drug use in movies, and it ranks it by age. And it says the only thing that's even a little I don't really mind like the heavy violence anymore, because she's almost 14. I'm not bringing her to things with a lot of sex in it. Any sex in it.
It doesn't have a lot of sex in it. There's one scene.
What I read was there's some dude butts, and I'm probably okay with some dude butts.
There were some dude butts.
Dude butts. But
there were some F-bombs as well.
I'm not really that worried.
Not a lot. Either. I would say it probably deserved the R rating because of the violence and the gore.
Right. And because
which I think Jamie will be fine with.
Who's the musician who's in it in the beginning? It's a musician who's in it. Like a big one. Look it up.
I have no idea.
Research department's on this.
Chris, are you planning on seeing this?
This is definitely something you need to see in IMAX. I don't know. I mean, Pete, how would your setup do in an IMAX type movie? I don't know.
The sound, if I cranked it up, sure. Even having a 77-inch OLED is...
I was going to say, you have the 3D sound now. Travis Scott.
But it still doesn't do the picture justice quite.
Oh, I did not recognize him as
nice.
the Bard.
Yeah, Travis Scott's in this movie.
I don't know. I feel like I would need to have like that $200,000 Samsung micro LED 150-inch thing over my entire wall to
get it.
To even get close to the experience of an IMAX theater.
Chris, what about you? You have any plans on seeing the Odyssey?
I was going to say, I honestly haven't seen any previews or anything for it, so I'd have to sit there and probably look up the trailer and stuff for the movie and just kind of watch like the trailer of it.
Actually, I don't think the trailer did it justice. I did see a couple trailers. I don't think the trailers did it justice.
But I was going to say, to add what Pete was saying before, with it, Christopher Nolan, great director of movies. I think he was the director for the Dark Knight series.
Yes.
He was.
Batman
Yeah.
and
In fact,
stuff.
there were some parts, and I think they must have used the same conductor because there were some parts I felt like I was watching the Dark Knight.
I mean,
Hans Zimmer is usually his composer of choice.
Nolan is known for those, sure, but also for Inception, which was fantastic. I don't know if you're too young. I don't know if you're too young for Inception or Interstellar, Chris. But those movies are very worth seeing.
Tenet. What was the World War II one? Dunkirk.
I got to tell you, I didn't see
Dunkirk.
Tenet was a little too much for me. They were trying to recapture Inception magic with Tenet, and I don't think they did it well.
No, you can't have it every time.
I think my favorite Nolan film, though, is the one about the magicians, who I am looking up right now, The Prestige. If you haven't watched The Prestige, watch it.
That one.
Oh my God, Peter!
Okay, I need
watch
to see
The
that.
Prestige right now.
I really loved Interstellar. My only beef with Nolan is he actually going to acknowledge like the army of visual effects artists that are still needed despite what he claims to make his movies?
Probably not.
See, that's what fucking pisses me off.
He's a privileged asshole.
Yeah,
He's a privileged asshole.
Anyway, Mark, do you know what time it is?
Dude.
It's the final topic.
Explosion!
I love that. It's just a permanent.
That's
part
become
of
my
the show
favorite
now.
part of the show. Did I clip on that, by the way?
No.
Okay.
You're doing really good. So, unlike my normal last topic, it's actually a very positive last topic. Jamie and I have been playing the game Split Fiction from Hazelight Studios this week, and I am not exaggerating when I say it's one of the best games I've literally ever played in my life. This is because of an incredibly unique couch co-op action puzzle experience and a functional sequel to their 2021 Game of the Year, It Takes Two. With other co-op genres like Friend Slop and games like Species Unknown, in which you and your friends fly out to an abandoned space station to recover data or blow it up, while dodging a murderous alien, akin to Aliens, or
Legally distinct
from Aliens, it turns out playing games with your friends and family is a lot of fun. So what are our thoughts on co-op gaming, and what is the best video game you've ever played? And will you play Split Fiction, which, by the way, is amazing.
Sounds good.
It's so good. It's so good.
You know, I have a Diablo 4 problem, which that game is preventing me from playing a lot of other great games.
Yeah, I have a Diablo 4 problem,
In
too.
the limited time that I have to play games, I need to get myself like a Switch 2 eventually. They're so many good games already for the Switch and Switch 2 that I have not played.
Split Fiction. We're playing Split Fiction on the Switch. On the Switch 2.
Yeah, there you go. That's definitely going to be something that I think I can get Liam into video games with too.
I am so impressed with the amount of communication this game requires. We just did a level where we're on like a dystopian game show and we have to throw a bomb back and forth, but there's like jumping puzzles, so you have to look at each other. You have to catch the bomb when it hits you. You can only carry it for 2 seconds, and you have to make your way through an obstacle course. And it required so much conversation. I was like, this is amazing. It's amazing.
Cool. Fun. I love games like that.
There's a Friend Slop game now where you are these little silver robots, and you have a million art tools, and you need to hide yourself in a setting and paint yourself the color of the background you're trying to hide on. So it's like hide and go seek with shotguns.
Damn.
So anyway, best games around the horn, Pete, because you probably are closest to remembering.
First person, Half-Life 2.
The best gaming experience ever. Half-Life 2?
Resident Evil, the GameCube remake specifically, that was freaking awesome because that I tend to go for the games that made me feel something, right?
Okay.
So like the atmosphere in Half-Life 2, all the pacing, the timing, everything was just perfect. Like it made you think. You had to get creative. You always felt like. Yeah, like you always felt like there were a million ways to go, and like you came up with some big secret, and really that was how the game developers intended you to go the entire time. And there was only one
incredibly
way you could go.
on,
but they made
incredibly on rails game. It was completely on rails,
but you never felt
you didn't
it.
feel. You never realized
it was. That's some genius design. Because
my favorite part of Half-Life 2 is driving the cart down the hill. The mountain and the ocean was like just spreading all in front of you, like for miles and miles and miles. And there were these mines that you could pick up with this gravity gun.
Well, they're like flying at you because they're trying to kill you.
Just, I used to take the mines and just for fun, shoot them out into the ocean and watch them land. And you could watch them land. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. You played all of those, right? All of the Half-Life 2 games? I didn't play them all.
Or
you, yeah, Pete.
Oh yeah, episode 1 and 2, yeah, and Portal, which is like a puzzle variant of that. I think it was so good.
I love Portal.
Going backwards, like Final Fantasy VI, like the old school Super Nintendo RPGs, those are classics. Super Mario 64. I don't know. I can go on and on. There's so many great games out there. A lot of mine are more from older times, though. So I'm sure there are newer games.
Which Tiger Woods game are you going to choose?
I mean, I wouldn't say Tiger Woods. I mean, I think my all-time favorite games were on the Sega Genesis.
Really?
Like,
Going way
NHL
back.
96.
Okay.
Joe Montana 2.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog. I loved my Genesis.
I never owned a Genesis, so I had to go to my cousin's house to play it. But there was an X-Men platformer game on Genesis that was really cool.
There was an X-Men. I have Pete. I have that. I have my Genesis at my house,
and it still works.
And I think it still works. I have to find.
Was it the platformer you used to play in the arcade?
Chords, though.
No, this was like
the 4-player platformer.
It was different.
It was different.
Oh my god, that game was amazing.
That was amazing. But no, this is different. It was like you had like the whole team, and you could you had to swap to different characters depending on like what powers and what situations you had to use. So like Jean could fly, Storm could fly, but like Wolverine would heal. So like you had to do all the stuff to solve a level by using the right mutants in the right places.
Pete, I will. The next time I am by your way, I will bring my Genesis.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Pete can just grab them.
Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl was a fun one too.
Pete, just play Genesis games on your giant emulator.
I need to get a scaler though. So the problem is old game consoles were made for old tube TVs that ran interlaced signals with an electron gun. We don't have that in technology anymore. So the games look like shit on giant modern TVs. So if you get the right tech, there's like scalers you can buy. They're like little pieces of hardware. You plug in the old analog connections into that. It will emulate the look of like the old CRT scan lines and get the timing right, the flashing right, the bleeding of the pixels together, like all that stuff, and make it look on your modern big TV like you're playing on a giant version of your old TV that you grew up with.
All right, Chris, 10 years later,
cool.
What's your favorite video game?
Yeah.
Best experience ever?
What did you grow up? What systems did you grow up with?
Oh, when I grew up, I was going to say, I was the youngest, obviously, out of like all my cousins. So I grew up with a Sega. I used to play the NHL 96 there.
Okay, all right.
I want to say like the regular one. Like I played with the 96, what's it called? NHL hockey. So that was, I think, had like Mario Lemieux and everybody in it.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a huge Penguins fan, and that's how I became a Penguins fan. So there was that.
Blades of Steel.
Blades of Steel. That was on NES. I remember that.
Yeah, it was. That game was amazing.
Yeah.
And then after that, like when the PlayStation 1 came out, huge Space Invaders fan. I'm playing Space Invaders. If you guys ever remember that game.
I mean, yeah.
I had Space Invaders
I remember the
original
old
Atari
game.
Yeah.
Was there like a modern 3D remake of it on the PlayStation?
Yeah, I would say like a modern 3D, setup with it and stuff, and it was good. I would also say like, the old, what's it called? There's another one I used to play there on the PS1, the Space Jam, their game there. Space Jam, the original one, when the first original movie came out with Michael Jordan.
I remember
that was another good one.
NBA Jams or
NBA
NFL
Jam,
Blitz.
that was the one, yeah.
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam was so much fun.
Yeah.
He's on fire!
NBA Jam.
Yeah.
But what about this, guys? What about NFL Street?
NFL Street. Okay.
I don't know if I played that one. I think I had Madden 2001.
I think that one came out like in 04.
I played NFL Blitz, which
was
the one where you could kill each other.
Nice.
It was like full contact NFL. You could like literally like blood splatter.
Oh my
Terrible.
god.
And then after that, I would say like MVP baseball guys, like for like the Xbox. After when the Xbox came out, the original one.
Okay.
Okay. Follow-up question to that. Are we sad that EA sold the baseball rights to 2K games? Do we like MLB 2K or did we like EA Sports Baseball?
To be honest with you, I played both growing up, so I remember. I think
I don't
right
really
around
like
the time.
I don't really like the 2K games, but I played a lot of EA Sports games.
Really? I
and they're
heard the
just
2K
a
games were
little
really good. They just didn't have the
The
following.
baseball 2K games were actually a little bit better, but the other ones, the other 2K games weren't that good.
I would say probably the 2K games for baseball were pretty good because I remember. I want to say I can't think who was on the cover of it. I think I had 2K7 and 2K8. I want to say I think there was a Giants player that was on the one of them, and then I think Derek
Probably
Jeter was
Barry
on the
Bonds.
other cover.
Hmm.
Was it Barry Bonds?
Probably.
Very bad.
And they were really good actually and stuff, you know. And
Yeah.
I want to say at the time the only other competition was the show, which the show's not bad.
MLB The Show, yeah.
Oh, that was
good.
I think that was like I want
heard
to say a
about that. I
back and
never
forth
played it.
competitor.
All right, we're at time, my friends.
So that has been our topics. We will be back next week with John's sister, Melanie. We're going to be talking a lot of WNBA. In the meantime, you can catch up on our old episodes on our YouTube channel with the handle at If These Balls Pod. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell.
Tickle.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. We would like to thank our guests for joining us tonight. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you
It's
for
a
having
pleasure.
me.
You can also
too, guys.
follow or
Thank
like
you.
us on our socials at If These Balls Pod on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscouldtalkpod.com. This is Mark Pescian for my partner, John Companion, producer Pete Steffen. That's what we feel they would say. These balls could talk.
Good night, everyone.
Super Metroid. Shout out. That was a
Good
great
night.
one too.
Super Metroid.
See ya.
If these balls